it's a fine morning to reflect on how far we have come, counting our blessings amidst it all, and seeing that we are alive and kicking. We've been blessed with the greatest gift ever, to have life. And so we reflect, we take stock, we look back, and we say through it all, the Lord has done us well in our lives as individuals, as households, as body corporates, as a nation, as a sub-region. Despite it all, we count our blessings, we name them one by one, and we say, Ebenezer, thus far the Lord has brought us. And we know that He is able to restore that which is lost. And so we do not live as those who have no hope. We look forward to great times. We're looking forward to doing better when the darkness is over. So keep your eyes unto the hills and look to the end of the tunnel. Though sorrow may last for the night, indeed joy comes in the morning. So brace yourself, rise from the darkness, dust yourself, arise and build. Your attitude to difficult times will determine whether you will sink in darkness or you rise to the morning. Sun will rise again. That's the message for you. Despite your losses, count it all joy to be alive and to dream again. Welcome to a brand new day. 6:33 is the time. 97.3 Citi FM. This is the City Breakfast Show. My name is Caleb Kuda. Welcome. Adum Kiki. This is a new one from him. He says, Nyamia Yebi. And if you love it, inspirational message coming to you is from APSA. Going green is not just about saving the planet. It can save you real money. So you store panels and cut down your power costs. Get an electric vehicle and reduce what you spend getting around. Switch to energy efficient equipment, lower the cost of running your home or business. And the best part, APSA Bank can help you finance all of it. The APSA Green Finance Loan gives you what you need to make it happen. Walk into any APSA branch and ask about the APSA Green Finance Loan today. Say yes to a greener tomorrow. Terms and conditions apply. APSA Bank reminds you to shine your eye to avoid being scammed. Your story matters. APSA. We're bringing you the news review in a bit. Francisca Kakaforsen is here with Samuel Attah-Mensah. The news review is brought to you by Fidelity Bank. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today. Enjoy amazing benefits from lower interest rates, higher loan amounts, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. It's time to switch and smile wider with Fidelity Bank. To learn more, 0800 003355. Call us now. Visit our socials. Fidelity Bank GH. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us. So much to unpack on the news review this morning, and let me say good morning to Francisca and Samuel, ladies and gentlemen. It's a Thursday.
Bonjour, monsieur.
Bonjour, bonjour, mademoiselle.
Ça va et vous?
Oh, vous avons bien, merci beaucoup. Et toi?
Je vais bien, merci.
Et toi? Et tout, yes.
Now I'm busy there. Good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, I'm quite sad this morning because some dead bodies are still being retrieved from the Alajo drain. And another major concern of mine was the fact that NADMO officials were present, couldn't go to retrieve the bodies. They had to rely on the locals to do that. And so condolences to all the families affected. And then we are told some
Ghanaians, a Ghanaian has been shot dead in South Africa. So some difficult moments for some of our compatriots. But let's give a panoramic view of what's in the news this morning.
I'll take off with the Ghanaian Times and the cover story. Aftermath of Monday's floods, President calls for a new Ghanaian preaches shift in mindset attitudes. Other stories: illegal miners invade Agenda 111 hospital site at Adanse Asokwa. Police arrest 4, seize firearms, suspected narcotics in Mankranso. Also, Black Stars Colombia clash, a make or break affair. And mobile money driving SME growth, improving access to credit. That's coming from the MMFL. Yes, and the full details of the Black Stars clash with Colombia on the back page of the Ghanaian Times.
Right.
Let me start with the Chronicle newspaper this morning. And flood disaster, in all things, give thanks to God. President Mahama uses the word of God to comfort Ghanaians. And government can't justify flood death with fiscal discipline. Kojo Ponkroma speaking on that. And Gamanche calls for national unity against Accra flooding.
Okay, let's hop to the Daily Guide. And Dada Joe remix pleads guilty in $4.4 million US romance scam. Comes with a picture of him. What I noticed was that the US officials, the pictures online, their faces were blurred. His face was not bled.
Yeah.
But let's look at other stories. And Galamseyas invade Adanse Asokwa Agenda 111 hospital site. That was also in the Ghanaian Times. Joanna Kwe sues RNAQ, bills microcredit for fraud. Parliament ratifies 6 bilateral agreements. And cars' bodies float in waters 3 days after deadly floods. And maybe some good news. There's a Republic Day holiday. I'll share the details.
Okay, let me take you to the Archives newspaper, and they also have Agenda 111 project sites turned into Galamsey zone. Details of that will be found in the Archives newspaper. And go away. Forest is not for mining. Gura youth tell Better Land Ghana mining firm and collaborators. And 1 year on, prove NLA's 3 billion Ghana cedis giveaway allegation. Razak Opoku dares fourth estate. Yeah, those are the headlines.
Okay. Are those all the papers?
Today
Okay,
we have
let me
very
end.
few, so
Yeah, very
just
few. Let
add
me
one
end
more.
with the Daily Democrat. And drugs will destroy you. President Mahama urges youth to stay away. And GRA waives late penalties until July 6. And Okai Minta declares bid for NDC National Youth Organizer. Gold Board introduces new LBMA gold pricing regime, and government ends Black Stars World Cup ticket support.
All right.
And this one says respect nature's architectural design to prevent flood.
Okay, let me bring you to citynewsroom.com. Government condemns killing of Ghanaian in South Africa, demands justice. Comes with a photograph of the Minister for Foreign Affairs, Samuel Attah-Mensah. Gamanche calls for unity, national unity to tackle Accra's perennial flooding. Communication Ministry orders reversal of GDCL staff suspension, and the center says that's the Ghana Digital Center has defended a temporary staff layoff after flood disaster. Africa must be equal partner in global economy. This is General Asiedun Kete. And Mahama's anti-tax force, anti-flood tax force lacks key institutions. This is former Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Quartey made some very profound observations there. And Accra flooding and national security threat still attributed to him. If you go to channel1newsonline.com, Communication Ministry orders Ghana Digital Centers to reinstate suspended staff. And then also Accra floods largely man-made. This is Henry Quartey. Ghanaian shot dead amid South Africa anti-migrant protest. And also flood-hit communities face cholera typhoid threat. This is Dr. Appiah speaking. President Mahama says Ghana's progress starts with personal responsibility, and inflation hits 5.3% in June as non-food prices surge. There is a point on Garrett here. Garrett undermined by political interest. Contrast must be reviewed. This is the majority speaking. The story about Galamsey threatening an abandoned Agenda 111 hospital project in Adanse Asokwa is captured here as well. To some other portals, the High Street Journal, bat-infested classrooms, broken down boreholes, the state of oil-funded projects in the eastern region. That's a big one to look out for. And if you go to My Journal Online, they have one on the xenophobic attack in South Africa and shooting to death of a citizen, the demand for justice. That story is here as well. If you go to Bloomberg very quickly, Iran's floating oil stockpile swells as major buyers stay away. And CNN, I end here. Trump's wealth has ballooned in office unlike any other modern U.S. president, disclosure shows. So where do you want to start from, ladies and gentlemen?
Start off from the Ghanaian Times. We'll go to the center spread.
Right.
Aftermath of Monday's floods, President Mahama calls for a new Ghanaian, preaches shift in mindset attitudes. And the story by Julius Yao Petechi reads, President John Dramani Mahama has called for a new Ghanaian as the national capital needs reels from Monday's devastating floods. He said if the country was to overcome the challenges confronting it, there must be a fundamental shift in the minds, hearts, and attitudes of the citizenry. Addressing a non-denominational national Christian Thanksgiving service in Accra yesterday, President Mahama said there was the need or the necessity of internal transformation and personal integrity as the foundation for national progress. On the theme, resetting our values to build the Ghana we want, the congregation brought together Christian religious groups where prayers were said for the country. The gathering emphasized Ghana as one nation under God, transcending political, ethnic, and religious divisions to offer collective thanksgiving and seek guidance. According to President Mahama, the theme directly speaks to Ghana's current realities and must become a national commitment around which a new Ghana must be built. Government alone, President Mahama noted, could not turn around the story of the nation without citizen participation. Let me just read this quote of the president. And he said, lasting national transformation is not achieved solely through policy. The laws can regulate behavior, but laws cannot instill integrity. Government can implement programs, but government cannot legislate honesty, compassion, and patriotism. And I agree with the president, but I also think that the new Ghanaian should also transcend to the new Ghanaian officials, especially the local government officials, the MMDCEs.
Right.
We need to see regulatory bodies enforce the law. So we need a certain renewal on the part of leadership and authority as well.
Okay, still on the flood matters. At the same event, the National Day of Prayer and Thanksgiving, the president also urged Ghanaians to remain grateful to God despite the recent devastating floods that claimed lives. The story details will be found in the Chronicle, page 3, by Jennifer Ambole.
Well, there's some feedback for the president from the former Interior Minister, former Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Quartey. He says that the president's anti-flood task force lacks institutions. Former Greater Accra Regional Minister Henry Quartey has called for a review of the composition of the government's anti-flood task force, arguing that key state institutions and technical expertise needed to effectively address Ghana's flooding challenges are missing from the task force. Speaking on Eyewitness News on Wednesday, that's yesterday, Mr. Quartey said while he respects the individuals appointed to the task force, he believes its current composition may not be sufficient to deal with the complex nature of the country's recurring flooding problems. I think, quote, issues about flooding, you cannot form a committee of this nature without the Minister of the Interior. You cannot form a committee of this nature without the Minister for Finance. And he went on and on to talk about the IGP, Chief of Defense Staff, NADMO, and other relevant agencies. And even said that we need a geologist and a hydrologist, a spatial planner, and other professionals on that particular committee.
Staying with the subject of flooding and the politics, there's an editorial in the Daily Guide, and it's headlined "Flood Politics, Line Officials." I'll bring you that, but I first want to touch on cars' bodies float in waters 3 days after deadly flood. Still in the Daily Guide, a story by Ebenezer Mponsa reads, vehicles and lifeless bodies are still being recovered from flood waters 3 days after a torrential rain triggered one of Accra's deadliest floods in recent years. The development highlights the scale of the disaster that has claimed at least 15 lives. The latest grim discovery was made yesterday at Alajo, where a body of an unidentified person was found inside a commercial minibus, popularly known as Trotro, that had been washed into a gutter during Monday's downpour. Residents inspecting the flooded areas discovered the vehicle and found the body trapped inside. The circumstances surrounding the man's death remain unclear, with authorities yet to identify the victim or determine how he became trapped in the car. I know you've got another story on flooding, but quickly let me just bring you about 2 paragraphs from this interesting editorial. Flood politics, lying officials. And the majority leader in Parliament, Mahama Yarga's claim that successive governments have failed to address the perennial flooding in Accra, and so the problem lies with the people, makes interesting observation. The defeatist and uncaring remark by the legislator comes on the heels of President John Mahama and his discredited so-called 7-member committee on floods, who were having a jolly chopper ride in the skies. Looks like the paper takes a position, but I think the lying officials, it cuts across. We need officials who have integrity, who will ensure that the rules and the laws are enforced and people do not do as they please in the name of either survival or political expediency.
Okay. Meanwhile, the Ghanaian chair is calling for national unity against Accra flooding. Story page 3 by Jennifer Amboli. The Ghanaian chair and president of the Ghana Traditional Council, Ken Taki Tekochu II, has called for a united national effort to address Accra's recurrent flooding, stressing that the challenges goes beyond engineering solutions and requires collective responsibility, discipline, and strict adherence to environmental regulations. Right. Now, if you come to page 2 of the Chronicle, there's an interesting headline here that says Accra floods now a structural challenge, but not a seasonal one. That is coming in from the Ghana Institution of Engineering. If you want details of that, get that in page 2. And still on
Maybe
page
you can
2,
just read a bit
except of it. Okay. Story by Richard Owusu Echao. The Ghana Institution of Engineering has called for an urgent overhaul of the country's stormwater management policies, warning that Ghana's drainage systems are no longer fit for purpose in the face of rapid urbanization, climate variability, and worsening flood risk. Now, in a policy brief released, the institution said conventional drainage infrastructure designed primarily to channel stormwater downstream as quickly as possible has become inadequate for modern urban environment, with Accra and other fast-growing metropolitan areas bearing the brunt.
Understandably, loads of stories flood related, and we'll bring you all of that. Flood hit communities face cholera, typhoid threat. This is Dr. Appiah. Dr. Vanessa Appiah is the CEO of Accra London Health Centre, and she has warned that communities affected by the recent floods in Accra could face outbreaks of cholera and typhoid fever in the coming weeks if preventive measures are not taken. The warning follows what has been described as Ghana's heaviest monthly rainfall since 1995, which triggered widespread flooding across Accra and surrounding communities. According to Dr. Appiah, while the immediate impact of the floods has been significant, contaminated water and poor sanitation in the aftermath could create ideal conditions for waterborne diseases. These are all the reasons why many more people are expecting the government's effort to be more proactive, more frontal, and more painstaking. For now, it looks a bit laid back, a bit.
You know, we saw in most of the videos people salvaging food items. Cows and goats, some dead from the flood waters. And I think in as much as everybody likes free stuff, we need to be cautious. I mean, there's a price for everything. The dead cow floating in the flood waters, I don't think is
I'm very sure it's going to end on a
anybody
plate.
should consume. Exactly. And
where's the FDA, by the way? Food and Drugs Authority, you've not said anything in all of this.
We need to hear, some caution and some perhaps monitoring by the Food and Drugs Authority, and as well the districts, the municipal and district assemblies, to ensure that some of these things do not end up on people's plates.
Exactly.
Especially for those who eat from outside. But is that a wrap on flooding
the flood
stories
issues?
and the rain?
There was one with respect to stuff that were released.
A school in Western region was devastated by rains.
Wow.
From our conversations,
Yeah.
we had just looked at what happened in Accra,
Yeah.
Cape
Volta.
Coast,
Yeah.
Central Region, and Volta
Volta.
region as well. So
But the Western
that would
region
be-
has come up strongly.
That would
right?
be interesting to find out. But
The
do we have
Western
any more
region
stories?
story I have here is about the Summer Boy floods and the fact that the EPA says it will build retaining walls and then dredge the river tunnel. This follows the submerging of the Summer Boy
You see, and that's my
community
problem
following,
with authority. When tragedy hits, then we hear promises,
Yeah,
then we hear ideas. We should have had plans. When they took office, months after they took office, in the
Proactiveness.
beginning of the year, we need to be proactive to solving problems. This, people are reeling in the crisis and the tragedy. Then we come and say we will do this. We will do. It has to come to an end.
In the meantime, the Ghana Digital Center has found it a good time to lay off some staff after the flood disaster. You saw their center was one that was heavily flooded. Now, the management of the Ghana Digital Centers Limited has defended its decision to temporarily suspend the employment contracts of staff following severe flood damage to its Accra facility, insisting the move does not amount to dismissals. The decision comes after Monday's heavy rains inundated the technology hub, disrupting operations, damaging equipment, and affecting 23 tenant businesses that operate from the facility. But we are seeing from its mother ministry, that's the Ministry of Communication and Digital Innovation, asking the authorities there to rescind that decision and have a meeting with the sector minister today. So there's some updates, and I think it's a good wrap on floods.
Let's turn our attention to Galamsey. And some way, somehow, Galamsey is connected to the flooding that we're seeing in parts of the country.
Really is.
But if you go to page 12 of the Ghanaian Times, the story is the illegal miners invade Agenda 111 hospital site at Adansia Sokwa. And Kingsley Hope in Kumasi writes, illegal mining activities have taken over the construction site of the Agenda 111 hospital project at Adansia Sokwa in the Ashanti region. The Galamsey operations taking place in open areas around the unfinished hospital wards and staff bungalow foundations have led to extensive excavation of the land. Residents warn that the destruction could expose the facility to flooding and other environmental risks. The project, estimated to be about 90% complete, began in 2021 under the Agenda 111 program introduced by the administration of former President Nana Akufo-Addo to provide district hospitals in underserved areas. However, following a change in government, construction stalled, leaving the site vulnerable to encroachment. The abandoned facility has since become overgrown with weeds and infested with reptiles, with illegal miners. And illegal miners have moved in with heavy equipment to extract minerals.
From that, Dada Joe Remix pleads guilty in $4.4 million US romance scam. Daily Guide page 3, Gabriel Abdul Razak report. Ghanaian socialite Joseph Kwejo Bedu Boateng, also known as Dada Joe Remix, has pleaded guilty to conspiracy to commit wire fraud in the United States in connection with a multi-million-dollar fraud operation involving romance and inheritance scams. Now, in addition to pleading guilty, Dada Joe Remix has agreed to pay restitution totaling approximately $4.4 million US. Can I bring you this troubling one as well? Because 3 arrested over sex trafficking. And story Daily Guide page 3. Eric Combat from Gbani. The Upper East Regional Police Command has arrested 3 suspects for allegedly trafficking young women into Ghana for prostitution and attempting to facilitate the sale of a newborn baby in Talensi District. The suspects, identified as Peace Agbede, Favor Sunday, Udo, and Faith Levy, are in police custody and are expected to be arraigned before court after investigations.
And that story is captured in the Ghanaian Times as well. 3 arrested in Upper East over alleged human trafficking, forced prostitution, etc. But I'll stay with the subject of crime, and police have arrested 4, seized firearms, suspected narcotics in Mankranso operation, and Stephanie Brikrang writes 4 suspected drug peddlers have been arrested by the Mankranso District Police Command during an intelligence-led operation at Kunsu Township in the Ashanti region. The operation led to the retrieval of a locally manufactured pistol, suspected narcotic substances, and 5,647 Ghana cedis believed to be proceeds from the alleged illicit trade. A statement signed by the head of Public Affairs Unit of the Ashanti Regional Police Command, Deputy Superintendent of Police Godwin Ahianyo, said the operation was carried out in the early hours of Friday, June 26, as part of the police service's maintained efforts to clamp down on the trafficking and peddling of illicit drugs and other related criminal activities within the district. The statement identified the suspects as Isaka Musa, 22 years, and Mankwa Emmanuel, 25 years, Kwame Boateng, 32, and Apia Prince, 23 years. Items recovered from them include one locally manufactured pistol loaded with 2 BB rounds of ammunition, quantities of suspected tramadol, red capsules, dried leaves suspected to be Indian hemp, a whitish powdery substance rubbed in paper which is suspected to be cocaine. According to the statement, preliminary investigations indicated that the suspects allegedly admitted ownership of the recovered exhibits.
Right. World Bank says Finance Ministry fiscal controls delayed Garrett project. Nigeria Online. World Bank has blamed fiscal controls introduced by the Ministry of Finance for significantly delaying implementation of the Greater Accra Resilient and Integrated Development Project Garrett, one of the country's flagship programs aimed at tackling chronic flooding in the capital. In its latest implementation update released in May 2026, the bank downgraded the project's implementation performance to moderately unsatisfactory, citing persistent funding constraints despite the project remaining fully financed. Quote, the implementation of Garrett has been significantly constrained by fiscal measures introduced by the Ministry of Finance during 2025. The report said the findings have taken on added significance following the devastating floods of June 29, which killed at least 12 people and renewed the attention on Accra's long-standing drainage and flood management challenges. Now, the majority is saying that the Garrett has been undermined by political interest and the contract must be reviewed. That story is on channel1newsonline.com. But I now want to take your attention to South Africa because the government has begun processes to bring home Ghanaian killed in South Africa, and it's also said it will ramp up pressure on the AU to deal with issues in South Africa. So the government has begun arrangements to repatriate the body of a Ghanaian national who was shot dead during anti-immigrant demonstrations in South Africa as it steps up diplomatic efforts to seek justice over the killing. In a statement issued on July 1, the Ministry of Foreign Affairs said plans were underway to return the body of the 40-year-old Bashiru Isaac to Ghana for burial after he was killed in Khayelitsha in Cape Town on June 30 during demonstrations linked to the ongoing
on this matter. I am so much interested in what the South African authorities are doing. Have they released any statements in that regard? What are they doing? Is it that they are in support of it? What is happening?
Just quickly from me, I'm back in Ghana. Joanna Akwe sues RNAQ, bills microcredit for fraud. And quickly, the legal battle between Joanna Akwe and her beleaguered ex-husband, Richard Nik Amarteifio, also known as RNAQ, has taken another twist as the woman or the wife, the ex-wife, has sued the businessman and his company Bills Microcredit for allegedly fraudulently transferring her 10% shares in the company to one Kobina Ewa, a partner of RNAQ. Details, page 6 of the Daily Guide.
All right,
okay, let me end with just a headline.
To say thank you.
Yes, youth of the country, the president says drugs will destroy you. So stop.
Straight. Nanya.
Hey, Andrea. Challenge these days, new level crown. Where did you pass?
Me, pass somewhere. I just switched for a better life. I switched for comfort. Look, your salary deserves better.
Switch?
Yeah.
How do you mean?
I switched my salary account to Fidelity Bank.
Oh, okay.
And that's my jackpot. I get higher loan amounts with lower interest rates, as well as personalized financial support. They gave me a loan to expand my side hustle. And the terms are just flexible.
Wow.
Your salary deserves better.
Oh, my salary deserves better. chapter. You see the way you are smiling wide? Yes, I will switch and smile wider. Your salary deserves better. Switch to Fidelity Bank today and enjoy lower interest rate, car and home loan, personalized financial support, and a smile that lasts. Switch and smile wider. Fidelity Bank. Believe with us.
If I believe with us, Fidelity. If I know I need your side, Fidelity.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Mrs. Ajaho is in the studio. Oh my goodness. Nete Ajaho.
Caleb.
Ajas. What's in the business news?
You're welcome to the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Is brought to you by MTN, EcoBank, and Gold Good Energy. Coming up, government eyes doubling U.S. trade to $1 billion by the end of the year, and GRA extends tax filing deadline to July 6 after Accra floods. Let's settle for the details now. Inflation pressures intensified across selected food items last month. Data from the Ghana Statistical Service shows that while the prices of ginger, shrimps, and mangoes recorded some of the sharpest increases, the cost of staples such as contumely, maize, garden eggs declined significantly. Here's more from the June 2026 inflation basket.
The June inflation basket presents a mixed picture for consumers, with steep price increases in some food items offset by notable declines in others. According to latest data from the Ghana Statistical Service, ginger recorded the highest year-on-year price increase at 102.5%, making it the biggest inflation driver during the month. It was followed by shrimps, which rose 90.8%, while mango prices increased 87.2%. Other major contributors to inflation included bananas at 47.8%, avocado pear at 43.8%, fresh coconut at 39.3%, palm fruit at 37.8%, rake at 34.1%, cashew at 29.8%, and dried fish, commonly known as kobe, at 29.2%. On the other hand, several food items recorded significant price declines, helping to ease inflationary pressures. Contumely posted the largest decline, falling 38%, followed by garden eggs at 33.1% and maize at 32.1%. Millet prices recorded low inflation of 23%, while pawpaw declined 22.4%. Beans fell 21.9%, guinea corn or sorghum declined 19.3%, lime dropped 18.3%, imported apples fell 17.5%, while solid fuels, particularly firewood, also recorded a decline. The latest data highlights the uneven nature of price movements across the consumer basket, with strong increases in selected food commodities continuing to drive headline inflation, even as lower prices for key staples provide some relief for households.
City Business News' Daniel Sakiti filed that report. Now, the Ghana Revenue Authority has extended the deadline for filing some tax returns to Monday, July 6, 2026. This comes after heavy rains triggered severe flooding in parts of Accra. Here's more.
The taxes include second quarter corporate income tax, personal income tax, and May 2026 VAT, National Health Insurance Levy, and Communications Service Tax, which were originally due on Tuesday, June 30, 2026, in line with the country's tax calendar, which requires returns to be submitted by the last working day of the month following the taxable period. However, the Commissioner General has approved a new filing deadline of Monday, July 6, 2026, to ease the burden on businesses and individuals affected by the flooding. According to the GRA, taxpayers who submit their returns by the extended deadline will not incur any late filing penalties for the affected period, although normal sanctions will apply after July 6. The authority is encouraging taxpayers to make use of its digital platforms, including the Taxpayers Portal, to avoid unnecessary travel and delays amid the disruptions caused by the rains. It also urged businesses facing operational challenges to contact their nearest taxpayer service center or tax office for assistance. The GRA described the extension as a targeted relief measure aimed at helping affected taxpayers fulfill their obligations without facing immediate penalties while ensuring continuity in tax administration. The authority reaffirmed its commitment to supporting businesses during the difficult period and safeguarding domestic revenue mobilization to drive Ghana's development agenda.
Daniel Odro-Mensah with that report. Meanwhile, tax analyst Francis Timobo is calling on taxpayers to take advantage of the Ghana Revenue Authority's decision to extend the deadline for filing tax returns. He noted that this will avoid payment of other penalties.
The decision by the Ghana Revenue Authority to extend the deadline to July 6, 2026 is welcome, and it's a practical intervention given the disruption caused by the recent flooding. Many businesses and taxpayers will have faced genuine difficulty in meeting the June 30th deadline. And so this extension shows administrative sensitivity and also fairness, especially at a time when businesses are already dealing with operational losses, delays and recovery as a result of the rain. It is also important that taxpayers take advantage of the relief and file within the extended period to avoid further penalties. Sometimes it is not just collecting the taxes. Tax administration should sometimes remain responsive to the real economic and environmental challenges that affect compliance.
That was tax analyst Francis Timobo. Now, the Ghana Export Promotion Authority is targeting bilateral trade between Ghana and the United States to reach $1 billion by the end of the year, more than doubling the approximately $405 million recorded last year. CEO of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority, Francis Kojo Kwarteng Arthur, announced a projection at the Invest Ghana Business Forum and Exhibition in Philadelphia, saying the target is attainable through expanded market access and stronger trade partnerships.
My firm belief, myself and my colleagues believe that in this year 2026, we are going to realize more business to the US in excess of what we realized in 2025. The 2025 figure is $405.6 million. Our target is $1 billion for the year 2026.
That was the CEO of the Ghana Export Promotion Authority. Meanwhile, CEO of Ghana Investments Promotion Center, Simon Maggi, used the forum to position Ghana as a preferred investment destination, encouraging U.S. businesses to capitalize on opportunities across the country's high-growth sectors.
It's been a great time in the United States, and we're happy that we're working on the back of Ghana's participation at the World Cup to drive the proposition that Ghana is open for business. And indeed, Ghana is the place to do business. We are not just saying our country is open, we are also working on the economy. So the economy has been great. Inflation is down, interest rates are going down. Ghana's debt has gone down. Our sovereign rating has gone up. And we are generally prepared for all the investors from around the world to come and invest in our country.
That was the CEO of the Ghana Investments Promotion Authority, Simon Maggi. Now on the interbank market, the dollar is going for 11 cedis 34 pesos, the pound for 15 cedis, and the euro for 12 cedis 94 pesos. And that's it for the breakfast edition of the City Business News. I am Neteli Nete Ajahu. Have a good business day.
Good energy powers the things that people do to empower themselves. It fuels families, communities, businesses. Good energy fuels nations. It gets things going and keeps them moving. Good energy isn't just what we do, it's who we are. Goyle, good energy.
Your attention, please. Flight C8 has been delayed.
Again. Madam, can you please point me to the water fountain? And please watch my back and phone whilst I'm gone.
You can be a traveler with infinite worries.
Hello, Mr. Anand. Your lounge access is ready and your seat is warm.
Or you can be a traveler with infinite privileges.
Champagne, sir?
Original the drink.
Choose EcoBank's infinite privileges with an EcoBank Visa Infinite card. Access airport lounges worldwide, fast-track services, best-in-class daily limits, and enjoy other exclusive travel and lifestyle benefits. Infinite privileges await. EcoBank, the Pan-African Bank.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
L to the L to the L to the L. Hey. Help me make I know they talk much. I wanna be concise. You want to act on my date. Come make I be alright. Oh, I keep from 95. You go like my hand design. I'm scanning the whole area. Don't go down tonight.
It's 7 after 10. We'll get into kick-off. Netele Nete brought you the breakfast edition of the City Business News. Many thanks to EcoBank, MTN. You know how money really moves in Ghana, right? It's not just on payday. Every day money moves, connecting you to the people who matter most. EcoBank provides one seamless banking experience across 34 African countries. Our digital platforms instantly connect people, businesses, and opportunities across the entire continent. Pay bills, transfer funds, manage your finances anytime, anywhere. Just download the EcoBank mobile app, dial star 770 hash, use EcoBank online and our nationwide ATMs. EcoBank is the Pan-African Bank. Now, sometimes big moments begin with small things. A call to someone you love, a moment to help family, a bundle to grow your business. What if those little moves could lead to something much bigger? With the MTN at 30 promo, every call, text, browse, Momo, transaction, home fiber connection, and activity on the My MTN app earns you points towards amazing rewards. And you will win one of 9 brand new Toyota Land Cruiser Prados. I beg you, if I gave you a Land Cruiser straight to Cape Coast. No, yeah, I know you go to Cape Coast, you can't bantam. Now share in over 10 million Ghana Citi in cash prizes. Enjoy unforgettable experiences made just for you. Every move counts, so just dial star 530 hash. Open my MTN app and join the MTN at 30 promo now. MTN at 30, make every move count. It's time for kickoff, which is what Abego is here to do. Oh, Charlie, the African nations, why? Senegal, DRC, why? Well, if you're ready to power up your finances and unlock your path to financial freedom, the Lashare Home Fixed Deposit Solution is tailored just for you. With Lashare Home's Fixed Deposit Solution, you're making your money work for you. Join the investment revolution with our Fixed Deposit Solution and take charge of your financial future. 0302-208-333. Call us now, learn more, invest wisely, invest with Lashare Home. Let's improve life. Just before Abeku comes in, do not allow imported boats and nuts delay your projects. 7-Eleven Baseline Boats and Nuts has premium boats, nuts, washers, anchor boats, stud boats, U-boats, and more. They are manufactured right here in Ghana. They also provide advanced coating and surface treatment solutions, including xylene, PTFE, epoxy coatings, galvanizing, phosphating, and corrosion protection systems for demanding industrial applications. If you don't understand, don't worry. Those who know. So whether you're in construction, mining, manufacturing, oil and gas, wherever you find yourself, you can count on faster delivery, shorter lead time, and a dependable supply of high quality boats and nuts. Proudly manufactured right here in Ghana. Go for Ghana, votes Ghana. 0557126501 or 0544967307. 7-Eleven Baseline Boats and Nuts. Made in Ghana, made faster, made stronger. So what really happened with Senegal yesterday? What happened? I see a lot of anger, disappointment, frustration. Brothers vex for the social media. They say Senegal, wow. What's up?
Senegal, you can call them 86-89.
86-89.
Yeah.
No, so now, but
well, they scored early in the game, and held on to that. Waited 86 minutes. They scored 86 minutes. Belgium scored 89 minutes. They scored again.
So 86.
Then
89.
It was 89. Then there was a penalty.
Shootout.
No shootout.
Okay.
Penalty in the extras, and then Papa 3-2. They are out of the competition.
Just like that.
Yeah, they're not serious.
So Senegal was in the commanding lead.
They scored in the 24th minute. Look, it's a thing with African countries now at the biggest stage. We seem to lose focus, and I pray Ghana, don't fall within that chain or don't follow in that suit against Colombia, because it's becoming a thing with African countries. At this stage,
we're unable to hold
the concentration. The concentration is always, somewhere. We seem to celebrate even before the final whistle, and not stay in the game because
we are jubilating prematurely,
and it ends up, in the other direction. We felt Senegal was going to be that country that was going to lift the bar because of what we saw in the AFCON final against Morocco. But unfortunately, it was
Sadio Mane leading the pack.
The guy was there. The guy was there. Later, the guys brought Jackson to also come and do some Michael moves.
It's okay. Take your time. I see that you are really disappointed. And what happened with DRC? I'm told they also did well.
Charlie, DRC.
And then just like that.
DRC, look, they were playing against England, yeah? And they had, for me yesterday, I was on an argument that I felt they had nothing to lose. And then they went into this game with their heads high, and it was England. From the onset of the game, England didn't see what they were doing. They thought they were going to sit deep like Ghana and allow them take the game to them. But they rather played. They went toe to toe with them, in the game from the onset, and it was fantastic. They got a goal in the early stage of the whole show. But there was Kane in the mix. There was Kane, and look, Kane is a goal machine. In the Ghana game, I think a bit of the psychological edge we had in the Thomas Partey's situation, which we felt was negative, took the media space where they was going to, are we going to shake hands? We are not going to shake hands. That bit took the attention of, and there was Samu was also saying he attacked the guy, but he finally released this hurricane. He confirmed that to Piers Morgan in that interview that Kane is now free to score. Now talk about that. He's on 5 goals in this tournament, and he now has 16 goal involvement at the World Cup overall. And he made his debut in 2018. Solid guy indeed he is. And also he joins the elite, the elite in the world of the game.
So you're saying Africa's Teranga Lions are out?
Oh,
Belgium's Red Devils cooked them.
At this stage, it's three countries out. 3 African countries out. So if you add the
DRC,
DRC, Senegal, South Africa.
Yeah, there we don't care. Now, Morocco did pretty good. Right?
Morocco was excellent. Morocco have a certain style of play and they have talent, and they have this way of doing football that helps. Like in the pipeline, there's always a generational talent coming through,
right.
The ranks, and it's a thing they've been doing for a minute. And they got Saibari to sign for Bayern. I mean, just after their game, and some hours later, I see Bayern post that they are done with the deal, and that's it. And that's a country into football. They know what they are about. They know their mission in this World Cup. The last time it was at the semi-finals, remember, and they seem to not to take their leg off the acceleration or the accelerator, and it has gotten them this kind of stars at the World Cup. I think they are the guys to emulate at this stage of the competition.
But you could talk to me about the games for today.
Well, games for today, interestingly, there's Austria Spain that's happening, and for that game we're going to see Lamine Yamal and co exhibit class in that game. Lamine he's a showman when it comes to the stage, and he says that his wish is that when he's even playing, nobody notices him. Strangely, right? But he's a guy who's he's young. He's just 18 years old, and he's at the world stage, rocking shoulders with great people. Record the likes of Pele and all of those guys also won the World Cup at 17, really, and that's crazy. So it's Spain, Austria. For Austria,
tactical chess match.
Look, it is the second in the world up against the 24th in the world. That's a huge statement.
Spain has got a lot of possession style, and Austria has got aggressive press. So we see how that
100%.
clashes.
We see, and for Austria, they're in the World Cup knockout stage for the first time since 1982. So you don't want to go without thoughts, at the back of your head, and want to go and
make a point.
Absolutely,
history.
Yeah. So what you describe is what I try to focus on, to say that they might just think about that and say, look, let's just go and do it. We've got nothing to lose. Let's just go and show off.
Portugal, Croatia.
I think
high stakes battle.
It's a mixture of experience,
World Cup,
and players who lived their golden moment. Cristiano Ronaldo, Luka Modric against each other, midfield versus attack, brilliant stuff.
Yeah, that's the way.
Yeah. Brilliant stuff to be seen in today's game.
What time are those games?
Well, for the Portugal game is 11, so later in the night. +4, +5. Minus plus. We don't sleep. We become. Your eyes are all tired. That's sleep and then you wake up.
What is our next game, bro?
Oh, the Black Stars of Ghana.
Some of us is when you just start playing that we watch, because 11 p.m.
I get it. I understand perfectly. So we play on Saturday in Ghana.
Saturday again.
That's 1:30 a.m. in Ghana. So
when I do that,
this woman, auntie said, "Nyami sambem na yedia." I was Kansas City na yakoda wa Africa.
No, be positive, man. So how many African teams are still in the tournament now?
So 4 are out. We had the opportunity to have 10 in there. So I've got 6.
Yeah, so 6 more.
Yeah, 6 more.
So Ghana,
so there's Ghana, Cape Verde, Morocco.
Yes.
Yeah. Give me a second. Let me still
so at least we have 6 more African teams in the in the World Cup.
Yeah, there's Egypt. There's Algeria.
Okay. We pray for the best. Abeku, thank you for coming.
You're welcome.
Always fun time talking to Bernard Abeku. You're the man.
If you need unique services, innovative financial solutions, we deliver on our promise, cause we are number one. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Even when you're stuck with nothing, come to let's share go. No matter your situation, come to let's share go. Let's share go, we improve your life. Let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey, let's share go, hey mama, hey mama, hey mama. Let's share go, we improve your life.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, other ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Eno, you know what our father left us when he died?
Debts?
He left us land, Eno. But Nanayo said the land is his. The court said, come back in 2031.
Hey, that's not an inheritance. That's a curse, brother.
Real Ejapade doesn't come with disputes. At Deftraco Woodlands, a 592-acre master plan gated city in Dawenya, your inheritance is waiting. Don't leave your children a court case. Leave them Deftraco Woodlands, the Ejapade they'll be proud of. Visit woodlands.devtracogroup.com. Call or WhatsApp us today on 0208-732-302.
Kofi, I think we need to call them.
Deftraco Woodlands, where your roots run deep.
The contract is here, but my pocket flat like a football with no air.
Don't stress. That is why DCI Microfinance is here for you.
DCI? What magic can they do?
No magic, just real solutions. With your contract and LPO financing, you can deliver on time. And when you're waiting on payment, their invoice and certificate discounting puts cash in your hands quickly. Their loans are fast, simple, and reliable.
So no more borrowing for my father-in-law? Now, that's a blessing.
Exactly. Call them now on 0577 669346. DCI Microfinance, miles beyond the extra.
Improve your gum and oral health with the new Nesta mouthwash from Ernest Chemists Limited. Nesta mouthwash comes in original and fresh mint for the treatment of bleeding or irritated gums, mouth ulcers, maintenance of oral hygiene, prevention of bad breath and plaque. Nesta mouthwash, great oral hygiene, long-lasting freshness. Available in pharmacies nationwide. Manufactured and distributed by Ernest Chemists Limited.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Yeah, Alternate. You ready to party? Yeah! You ready to party? It's summer time. Let's go! 1, 2, 3, 4!
After 7, and just very quickly, we have 5 more African teams left. Morocco has qualified for the first round of 16. They've qualified already. Now you have Ghana, Cape Verde, Algeria, and Egypt, who are here to play the round of 32. These matches are next. We are looking forward to that. We are getting some feedback of traffic jam, some stress, frustration on the McCarthy Hill Malam side. Yeah, we're keeping an eye on you. We have a totally different show for you today. Very different flavor, so just keep tabs with us. Oh yeah. Relevant radio always. You know how we do it. Your dedications are welcome. Your inputs are welcome. 0539 986 996. 0539 986 996. We're told there's a big hole somewhere on the Magdan Road. This is behind the Okponglo Shiashi site. So please, if you're driving, you're getting there, be mindful. And we are calling the attention of the Ayawaso West Municipality as well. Every thriving business started with someone who dared to dream. Societe Generale Ghana, we believe those dreams deserve the right support. That's why from now until September, we are helping professionals and businesses access the financing and banking solutions they need through our professional and small businesses PSB loan promo. As a trusted partner to many businesses across Ghana, we bring expertise, experience, and tailored solutions needed to help businesses thrive. If your business needs equipment or machinery to expand your operations, talk to us. We have finance lead solution to help you. If you are looking for working capital to take advantage of new opportunities, we have Boafo Loan is designed to support your business growth. If you are waiting for customers to settle invoices or factoring and invoicing discounting solutions, no, our factoring and invoice discounting solutions can help you unlock cash tied up in receivables. Whatever your business goes, Societe Generale Ghana has expertise and solutions to help you achieve them. So visit the nearest Societe Generale Ghana branch today. SocieteGeneraleGhana.com.gh is where to visit. Go there now, between now and September. Learn more about the PSB loans promo. Discover how we can support the next chapter of your business. Societe Generale Ghana, the future is you. One for you, one for me. It's feeding time. Yum Vita infant cereal with milk is making feeding time easy. Enriched with 16 essential vitamins and minerals, you only need to add previously boiled water. 3 exciting variants: wheat, rice, and maize for an amazing price of 5 Ghana cedis, 50 pesos. This is real value for money. Affordable, nutritious, and convenient. Yum Vita, good nutrition for a strong start. Did you know that mattresses you sleep on can affect your health, comfort, and productivity? Many cheap mattresses are made from low quality materials that can lead to discomfort, poor sleep, and unnecessary replacement costs. So choose quality, choose comfort, choose durability. For almost 60 years, Latest Foam has been Ghana's trusted mattress brand, providing certified quality and unmatched comfort for homes across the country. So visit any Latest Foam showroom nationwide or latestfoamghana.com. 0302-231-155. Call us in Accra. In Kumasi, 0322-029-365. In Kumasi, Latest Foam is your partner for life. Happy birthday to Ikea Sapomenu. May this new chapter open more doors and blessings for you. This is coming from your very good pal, Eunice Edu. Come talk to me about SuperSem.
Yes, and in a world moving towards sustainability, SuperSem Cement is leading the way with LC3 technology and eco-friendly innovation, making us Ghana's best choice. Now choose SuperSem Superfast 32.5 hour for plastering, mortar, screeding, and block laying. Use our heavy-duty SuperSem Superpower 42.5 hour for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural works. SuperSem Cement dries fast, is waterproof, and prevent moisture damage and powdery walls. Call us today on 0553060517. Available at all leading building material outlets across Ghana. SuperSem, build your dream.
Let it
Now,
go.
yes, are you looking for a world-class university experience for your child right here in Ghana? Lancaster University Ghana is the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa, offering students the same prestigious Lancaster University degree awarded in the UK. With a 90% graduate employment rate within 6 months of graduation, your child gets a head start in today's competitive global market. Students can choose from programs in business, law, computer science, economics, marketing, marketing, international relations, and more, all in a modern campus environment designed for success. Applications are now open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh/ or call 0209 607 008 or 0302 747 700 today. Lancaster University, Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
Okay, I have a question. It says, please, what is GMED saying today? We don't want any last minute things be out. But I have some updates from GMED for you in a bit.
Super.
Yeah, now imagine a world where your power never fails, your data is always secure, and your business never stops. That's the world Left Signature Limited is building every single day. From expert electrical engineering services to cutting-edge renewable energy solutions like solar and microgrids, Left Signature keeps your world powered and protected. Our data center and cloud services ensure maximum uptime, seamless connectivity, and strong disaster recovery so your business never misses a beat. We also deliver custom applications, ERP systems, and AI-powered solutions designed to boost productivity and drive growth. So download the LEP Power app for Play Store or App Store. From Play Store or App Store, access the web version. 0256 111 811 is the number to call. Leftsignature.com is where to visit. Our office is at Lashibi North Celebrity. A state Left Signature Limited, driving progress through technology and engineering excellence.
Okay, Major, what can they shine your eye at? You understand, right?
No.
Okay, so shine your eye when someone calls claiming to be from your bank. Fraudsters can sound professional, confident, and convincing. They may ask you to confirm your account details to help resolve a supposed problem or secure your account. Remember, no bank will ever ask you for your PIN, password, or OTP over the phone, email, or elsewhere. These are your secret and personal credentials. If your caller asks for this information, do not share it. End the call immediately and contact your bank using your bank's official phone number only. Shine your eye, spot the fraud, stop the fraud. And this is brought to you by the Ghana Association of Banks. Now, do you know that SNIT pensioners can now engage a qualified healthcare professional from the comforts of their home? SNIT, in partnership with the Trust Hospital and the National Health Insurance Authority, has introduced the SNIT telehealth service to provide convenient access to healthcare for pensioners. With this service, pensioners can consult a doctor or healthcare professional remotely for medical advice, routine health concerns, and follow-up care without the stress of traveling to a hospital. To access the service, simply dial the toll-free number 0800-877-555 and speak to a qualified healthcare professional now. Take advantage of this innovative service designed to support your health and well-being. SNIT telehealth service, quality healthcare at your convenience.
Wonderful. So this is your weather forecast for the day. It says slight to moderate rain is forecasted for areas along the coastline and few areas within the OT region this morning. The rain may persist intermittently along the coastline and its environs through into the afternoon and evening hours. Also, mist and fog patches will reduce visibility over the forest and mountainous areas early this morning. And thunderstorms or rain are expected over the mid-transition and northern sectors from later afternoon into the evening hours.
Wow.
So that's GMET saying, giving us updates. So those in the coastal areas, minimum temperature will be around 23 degrees Celsius, maximum will be 30. If you are within the forest areas, 23 minimum, 33 maximum. Transition areas. So what are the transition areas? What are the coastal areas? No, coastal areas we all know. It'd be good for them to break things down.
Break those things down so that it becomes simpler for them to.
Because this one. Anyway, so that's what we are to expect for today. So that's the weather forecast for this morning. There is an incident someone is drawing our attention to along the McCarthy Hill stretch. So let's take a listen.
Taloski, and now at the McCarthy Hills traffic light, let me describe to you what is happening. So because we have created 2 extra lanes on the McCarthy towards Kaswa side, which 2 lanes are now going into Accra, which means we now have 5 lanes going into Accra and only 1 going to Kaswa. At the traffic light, we are all locked. Now, those who are in the 2 lanes must now, at the traffic light, come back into the Kaswa Accra side. Those who are descending from the Makati Hill itself are also coming into the same space. And now those who are coming from Accra are locked behind the traffic light because those of us who are going into Accra have blocked everywhere. Confusion. Taloski. And now at the Makati Hills traffic light, let me describe to you what is happening. So because we have created 2 extra lanes on the Makati towards Kaswa side, which 2 lanes are now going into Accra, which means we now have 5 lanes going into Accra and only 1 going to Kaswa. At the traffic light, we are all locked. Now, those who are in the 2 lanes must now, at the traffic light, come back into the Kaswa Accra side. Those who are descending from the Makati Hill itself are also coming into the same space. And now those who are coming from Accra are locked behind the traffic light because those of us who are going into Accra have blocked everywhere. Confusion.
I see. So I do not know what is causing this. I don't know whether what we know is that the Aboboyas over for some time, the tricycles carrying refuse for some time, have taken over a particular lane on that stretch, and that has caused a lot of traffic. So I don't know whether that has reduced the number of lanes and it's causing a lot of traffic. I don't know if that is the cause of the traffic situation he's trying to paint. If that's
from the
case,
picture he's painting, it appears that due to the traffic situation, they have opened extra lanes for those coming to Accra. And as a result of that, those from McCarthy coming trying to join have also caused traffic, blocking those going to Kaswa. You get it? So that has kind of compounded the situation, the congestion there.
Already towards the Malam bus stop, the road is really bad there.
Terrible.
Anytime it rains, then it compounds the issue. It slows down the traffic. So I think the irony is that this area we are describing is not really far from the municipal assembly, and it is not possible for anyone to miss this particular thing. So the proactivity we were talking about earlier, Kaka, this is one of the incidents where we need our local authorities to prove they are new Ghanaians and be proactive in dealing with our concerns.
I don't know if he could possibly add, are there policemen on ground, directing the traffic? Because from what he's saying, if there is no policeman there directing the traffic, it means that until someone stops for those going to Kaswa, they will stay there for a while, because from McCarthy Hill area, they're all trying to enter to come to Accra because it's Russia and all. So I'm hoping that authorities are on grounds to direct traffic and all of that.
Yeah, this message says the traffic has nothing to do with Abubuya. It's the ordinary Kaswa Malam traffic. So, we'll see about that. Sure, the authorities will be informed to do what they have to do. Talk to me, Yakom.
All right. In talking to you, life doesn't stand still for you. It doesn't wait for you to be prepared. It just moves on. The best you can do for yourself is to prepare for life instead. A flexible policy like the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan to help build a legacy that offers you a cover up to 300,000 Ghana cedis with no underwriting, greater flexibility with no limit to the lives you can cover up to age 80, and an uninterrupted cover enabling you to secure what matters most in the simplest of ways. You also get to enjoy the flexibility to update your cover every 5 years. Exciting, right? Well, dial *378*3# to request a call for the Old Mutual Legacy Transition Plan today, and let's get you a plan that works for you and your family. Old Mutual, do great things every day.
The Lexus University is inviting you for world-class education in a premier university, market-driven professional qualification. They're located at Tema Community 25 Peace B Junction. TheLexusUniversity.edu.gh is where to visit and apply. Admission is ongoing. There are courses from nursing to cybersecurity and digital forensics. WhatsApp this number 0577734549. I think a number of listeners are sending more voice notes to explain what exactly the earlier voice note was trying to paint. So this July, we'll be coming through those voices. This July, Ghana will host global energy leaders and experts at the Ghana International Petroleum Conference, GIPCON 2026, on the theme Building a Resilient Downstream Policy, Innovation and Investment for Growth. His Excellency, the President, John Dramani Mahama, will be the distinguished guest of honor. Speakers include Honorable Dr. John Abdullahi Jinapor, Minister for Energy and Green Transition, Mr. Godwin Kojo Tamaklo, CEO, NPA, Dr. Patrick Ofori, CEO, Chamber of Bulk Oil Distributors, Dr. Riverson Opong, CEO of Chamber of Oil Marketing Companies. July 16 to 17 is the date. 8 a.m. each day. Palms Convention Center, La Palma Royal Beach Hotel is the venue, and the event to be climaxed with the Downstream Awards and Gala Nights happening on the 18th of July at 6 p.m. at Kempinski Gold Coast City Hotel, Accra. Register via gipcon.com, call 0558 223678.
Hello, Caleb. I agree with what the caller just said. I was coming from Bawe, heading towards Accra. At the Malam Junction traffic lights, I saw those coming from Kaswa had taken 2 lanes. So I was asking myself, what is going on? That's those coming from Kaswa have taken 2 lanes of the opposite sides. Meanwhile, at the Malam Junction, there are 4 MTTD officers standing there. So I was asking myself, can they go? Some people go and check what is going on at the McCarthy Hill traffic lights. I believe it's because of the potholes at the Malam Junction bus stop. This is Kwamina from Bawi.
Okay, Kwamina paints a better story, picture for us. So I get it now. So basically, as a result of the intense traffic that is flowing from Kaswa to Accra, the traffic, those driving from Kaswa to Accra have joined the opposite lane. So if you were going to Accra, instead of a 3-lane, now you have maybe 2-lane, because your other drivers who are facing you, who should be on the other side, Kaswa Accra side, have now joined the Accra Kaswa side, so they are facing you. Well, okay, there are more voice notes. Let's see how that goes.
So guys, the thing is, I just drove past the side there. The guy is right, because they have opened the other lane. Because they've opened the other lane, it's difficult. They come all the way from Kaswa going into Accra, and when they get to the Malam Junction, where you're talking about, Caleb, they cross into the traffic light, causing a bit of traffic. And the people who are on the Kaswa into Accra regular stretch, when they get to that junction, because that side, I don't know, I think sand from the rains and the floods have been deposited, have made bumps and rock ramps on the road. So everybody gets there and is slowing down to manage and pass. And then we have those people crossing from the other side too into the same situation. So it has worsened the traffic there, and it's caused a bit of go slow on that stretch all the way to Kaswa. And that is the problem. All they could do is maybe get some machine to clear the sand from the road, to leave the road as it is, so at least traffic can flow smoothly. But the machine is on the side of the road, and there's nobody around, and everybody is just suffering.
So, in addition to the traffic situation, I think silt from the hills have also, taken another part of the stretch. So
so that's the reason they've opened that side.
Situation where people have moved on to another side. I don't know, but this one says, Caleb, good morning. On the voice note you just played, one, indeed, I just passed there 20 minutes ago. There are police on the ground and they are directing traffic. Yes, due to the bad nature of the road, leaving from McCarthy Junction to Malam, the police directed a lane against those coming towards Kaswa.
Okay.
It's been smooth and productive. I didn't really encounter any hurdle against those heading towards Kaswa, except that the road just adjacent the Malam bus stop due to excess water exuding from rocks around the Assemblies of God Church there. So it becomes one lane, but it's been smooth since I passed there. Note that my experience is only about 30 minutes away. Okay, so Stanley Z says that it's an intervention from the police to ease the traffic situation as a result. But I'm getting some videos now on the same stretch showing that it's quite bad. And there's this message says, good morning, CBS. The traffic on the Wager toll booths to Malam Junction bus stop area of the N1 is about 80%. It's about 80% the silt that gets washed onto the road at Malam Junction, the bus stop. So request for a video of the Malam Junction bus stop or worry like potholes and see for yourself. Okay, so I'm having some videos sent to me here.
So now we've ascertained that there is a root cause. I mean, at least according to the messages and voice note we've received, that is as a result of the silt there. Now the real question is, whose duty is it to go to clear that silt, and why is it still there? Knowing that, you know, in hours like this, we have rush hours and people need to get to work to contribute towards the economy of the country. So I think that beyond directing the traffic, if it needs to be cleared, it shouldn't be there.
Yeah.
Time and again,
the proactivity
Sam says something that just came to mind, that we do everything. We appear to be doing everything, but the work we are supposed to do.
Yeah.
So we appear to be doing everything, but we end up doing nothing. It comes off as a pretense of work. Okay, there's been flooding. There's been unimpressive attempt to deal with the flooding. Post-flooding, who is cleaning up the city? Who is desilting? Who is moving all the filth and the garbage away from the sides of the roads, the streets, the gutters? Once again, MMDCEs, the district and municipal assemblies, what are they doing? This is the time where so for instance, Sky was talking about it. You may want to, I think it was a listener who sent the text, that you may want to, make certain declarations for, I don't know, declare some days holiday so that you mobilize people to come together to support and get, the place in better shape, because everywhere is filthy, everywhere is dirty, and we are still reeling from it. Now it's impeding traffic. There's public health concern. We need, it's frustrating.
Because there have been calls for a state of emergency so that we can stay back and actually clean up both the roads and our inner spaces. No, right. I mean, I've heard some people say that we need to do something that's critical because you have had a messy situation. So halt a number of things. School children should not go to school. Let's not have life go on as though everything is normal. Let's clear up the filth. Let's clear the roads, because this is a major road that leads to the central region and all the way to our neighboring countries. If it is blocked and following the rains, and as at now, no one has had the presence of mind to go clear the place so traffic can move smoothly. Clearly, we are not having some proactive leadership here. So I'm getting more videos now. What some of the drivers are doing is that they are using a detour. So before you get to the Akawe Hospital, those coming from Kaswa have driven up to use the back of the Akawe Hospital and then join down from McCarthy Hill around the traffic light as a result of the silt that has moved onto the road. So the call that, this other one says the silt at the Malam Junction bus stop has turned the road into an Owari game. I mean, long before now and the siltation, we've always had the bus stop at Malam Junction have very, very patchy roads. The road there is really, really bad. It's been bad for a long time. I remember many years ago, as a part of that stretch was blocked so that some underground drains will be fixed. the following year, the flood situation over there improved, but I do not know whether the drain is blocked or what it is. But we seem to have returned.
I think it all still comes down to our local governance system. I mean, the MMDCs and all. I've been hearing Kakra speak about the need to have a plan, and I always agree with her 100%. For example, this disaster has happened. Immediately, the assemblies need to have sat down, mapped out areas, and developed a plan. You see, emergency situations require emergency solutions. And so once this has happened, I know the excuse would be that, we are assessing the situation. And for how long are you going to assess the situation? What needs to be done is that an emergency, action needs to be put in place, because I believe that if there was an emergency, plan at the local assembly, the assemblies should have been on the grounds by now, getting people on board. If they cannot do it alone, solicit the support of the citizenry to clear these things. Because mind you, after these flood waters, you go to several areas. Yesterday I was on grounds for some, assignments and all of that, and you could see the leftover, of the refuse left behind by the flood waters. They are still there. Who is clearing them? If there was a plan, the assemblies would have known by now that after this incident, this is what probably will be happening in the communities. Go there, see it, and then work on it. Because if you can't get all the help you need, solicit help from the public. They are willing to help.
There are more messages coming from the western side of Accra, and it's all frustration. Please, can you address the traffic situation at Wager Town? It's very terrible. You can spend close to 40 minutes before reaching Wager Junction. The roads are not potholes, they are manholes. So a lot of frustration from the western side of Accra. 0539 986 996 0539 986 996. You can share your experiences with us as well as we try to call on the attention of the authorities to do the needful. So the solution to this, it's, to my mind, it's pretty clear. Wager Municipal Assembly, you have drip equipment. Get them to the stretch, clear the silt that's on the road, and immediately also fix the patches that are really out of shape. Fix the road quickly, but immediately get the silt on the road completely cleared, because all the way from Atala, I think yesterday or 2 days ago, I saw a video. They said a dead body had been recovered and was just lying somewhere around the Atala area. It's been really bad, and we know the siltation problem at Atala. Anytime it rains, from the Tuba all the way to Atala, getting to McCarthy Hill, these are problems that are not new. If you're an MC,
just to add, yesterday we had about 2 messages describing the traffic situation at Atala, and I think Akwesiado also spoke to that.
Yes, so these are not new problems. If you've been lobbying for the job, you should know that these are some of the things that will come. These are some of the demands of the office. Now, there's a message here. Obviously, our MC is Felix Odate Lamte, and the message obviously is not complimentary. It's not exciting. That kind of leadership.
Truth of the matter is that if you are to call the assembly now as we speak, they will tell you, we have a plan in place, we have this in place, but where is it?
and I also like to ask the authorities, the president, the regional minister, the ministers, anytime they say that the municipal assembly should, clear structures on roads, they should get to work really in that space, on things like that. Are they really resourced to get the work done? Do you give them the necessary equipment? And are you sure that they have the necessary manpower to do these? And I keep bringing back this example when the Interior Minister said 16 structures have been earmarked for demolition because their structural integrity is compromised and they need to be brought down. And this was a reaction to the collapse of the Averno structure. You saw how the demolition of the building at Osu, took place. The more than 90-year-old building. The guy who was operating the machine almost lost his life. Ask yourself, where are the 15 other structures they said were going to break down? Have they brought those structures down? Now we are told that the president has instructed the municipal assemblies, bring down all buildings or waterways. And I have been waiting to see, where is that demolition exercise? When is that taking place? And have you resourced the people to do this? So we are seeing sales on the road, and it requires a lot of leadership to engineer some of these solutions, because yes, you may not have the resources, but if you really cared and you bothered to do some work, you would have found the solutions to get the work done before the problem gets out of hand. Now, what is happening is that people who are driving from Kaswa, if you have a car with low clearance, because the silt has taken a chunk of the road, a better part of the road, you get to a point, you have to climb the median and then join the oncoming vehicles, oncoming traffic that is in the opposite direction. So
even a risk.
You are going to spoil your bumper, you are going to scratch your vehicle, and you are going to join traffic that is now facing you. I do not think this spectacle is right. It's not nice. And the Mr. MC Felix or Date Lamte, if there is any challenge you're having, you need to let us know. But for now, people are asking for results and they are not seeing it. There's a lot of traffic on that side, and many are not happy at all. So that's the situation on the Kaswa Strait. Folks are sending us more videos from Kaswa, and it's not looking pleasant. It's not looking pleasant. Caleb and team, the main issue with this McCarthy Malam traffic on that side, as I stay around, is the nature of the bad roads and serious deep potholes. Aside that, now the spread of garbage, bad nature of roads from Kaswa to Dansuman traffic, it is terrible. This is the same situation from Kaswa Tolbus. It's the same situation Dakuman traffic light. This is the same situation at Dakuman traffic light. Bismarck is sending this. Please, can you please talk about the traffic situation on the Bechile Michel Camp Road towards the Ashaman roundabout? We have no floods, but our roads are always choked with traffic. So people are complaining from the Kaswa side. If you go to Michel Camp towards Ashaman too, they are also complaining terribly about the traffic situation. And Kaka, think about the productive hours people are wasting just moving from one point to another because situations that could have been anticipated and cleared have been left unattended to. Now we have to spend so many productive hours in traffic.
Yeah, I mean, and that's the point that has been made severally. Are we going to properly reflect on what has happened and deal with the post flooding matters that have come, consequently? Lots of debris all over the streets, silts blocking road paths. That's the question. Or we want to do what is typical of Ghanaians and continue life as usual. And unfortunately, our authorities, the city authorities, are looking on unconcerned. I think it's not adequate for MPs and MMDCs to move around with cameras and point out, we'll demolish this and we'll demolish that. The futuristic the futuristic approach to dealing with a crisis is quite insensitive. Okay, we are all having to deal with this. The flooding did not just affect maybe people in a particular area. It's affecting all of us. If your house or your office didn't get flooded, at least if you're driving in town, you will experience the dirt, the garbage that is everywhere, the insanitary conditions that have become consequent. What do you call it? People are also being smart, because now when you're driving, I saw at is it 37, the median on the 37 hospital road, somebody has filled a sack of rubbish and conveniently dropped it there. All of these things are happening, and I think as citizens we also need to decide whether we want to continue with business as usual and move on like nothing happened, or we want to properly reflect, and our actions must show that we are reflecting, not seeing people in videos day after flood still dumping rubbish in gutters, in water bodies. It's unacceptable. I think that it comes back to the two-headed problem where there's poor leadership from top to bottom. The devolution of our what do you call it?
Governance structure.
Our governance is I've forgotten what to use. The central government. For me, it's a complete failure. Okay, and this incident that happened on Monday, the rains that did not intend to cause havoc, but the human action that, necessitated that is an example of the failure of decentralization of the governance system. It's failing. We need to sit down and decide what we're going to do with it. Are we going to scrap it? Because it gets tiring. We are screaming at the municipal and district assemblies. They continue to look on unconcerned or move around with cameras, telling us they will do this, telling us of their future plans amid a crisis.
Yeah.
It's pathetic, and I find it's unacceptable.
It's been a year and more of their
we didn't see their
leadership.
plans for the assemblies when they were appointed. Yes, we can appreciate some of these bureaucratic challenges, but it's about time we run this country in a way where we can all feel proud. Yesterday, I was listening to a quick voice of somebody who said they lived along they had a kiosk or something where they lived along the Alajo gutter, and he admitted that there's serious misconduct on the part of citizens, but that misconduct, the people who have the authority are looking on and allowing us to continue. You know what happens? We become entitled. We begin to feel that the people begin to feel that, well, if I can do this and get away with it, then that is the normal course of life.
Normal.
We do as we please. And if you look at what is happening, if you step out the door right now, the cities look like everybody does what they want and get away with it. It doesn't appear that anybody is in charge of anything. And the posturing and the language from some of our chief executives, municipal and district chief executives, it's just totally wrong. It's off. You are supposed to show leadership. I was displeased to watch the head, the AMA chief executive engage a woman they said had put up a metallic container on a waterway, and they were assessing it and indicating that they will demolish it. And some of the men from the assembly were using the things to sort of dig around it. But I was disappointed to hear the chief executive tell the woman, don't do that again. And then he went on to ask, do you belong to the party? Come and join the party. I found it appalling.
Are you serious?
You see, the whole essence of having that chief executive is having the central government brought to your doorstep. If people are doing the wrong thing, that woman shouldn't be caressed or
cajoled,
told don't do the she should be facing the full rigors of the law. And that's my problem with the assemblies. When was the last time anybody who was found to have violated sanitation and local bylaws brought to book? I've not heard any such thing. Let's not entertain and discipline to a point where we can no longer go back for sanity.
So treating the issue, so now two things, right? Kaka is talking about the citizen in discipline, where we would not simply do the right thing and everyone is trying to live their life they please in the name of freedom and liberty, and that liberty degenerates into chaos and discipline. That indiscipline comes together when the rains fall. Now we are all inconvenienced, and the leaders who are supposed to be cracking the whip to ensure that the chaos in the first place does not, happen, now mollycoddle the issues and try to, just treat the issues with kids' gloves just so they can preserve or perpetuate themselves in office. In the long run, we will all get to feel the pinch. This flood did not discriminate between those who belong to their party, whether it's governing or it's in opposition.
There were V8s in the flood waters.
I'm telling you, the flood did not discriminate between the ordinary man and the big man who has responsibility to crack the whip. So we are all being affected one way or the other, and someone must bail the cat. Someone must take, leadership, and then we will follow. In critical times like this, people don't ask what is the inflation figure looking like. Fuel prices reduced recently, and people are not even jubilating. No one cares, because if your car is flooded, your car is carried away by the floods. What are you going to buy the fuel for? So we need proper leadership beyond. Yes, we appreciate the economic reform and all, but there must be the reset of how we live in this city and in this nation. We are not seeing that, and that is a total failure of leadership. Leadership on all fronts. It is terrible. I'm getting more messages here. The other thing we need to touch on is how construction companies keep getting paid to do the same work which they are not solving. An example is Dansoman Hansonic Junction. This is Yao Odum from Trotro Diaries, and that Dansoman Hansonic Junction is a perpetual disaster that doesn't seem to have caught the attention of successive governments. No one seems interested in solving that particular problem. It's a junction that has such gaping potholes, always causing such gridlock that you cannot even begin to imagine the productive hours that we keep losing to that particular stretch. And it doesn't seem anyone is interested. And for us, we will keep hammering on these issues until the leaders wake up and smell the coffee and the citizens also do the right thing. There are so many messages, but I want to pay a bill. Come help me.
Okay, in the meantime, give your business the competitive edge it deserves at Dawa Industrial Zone, a world-class industrial park spread across over 2,000 acres of prime industrial land with modern infrastructure, strategic connectivity, and a thriving ecosystem for manufacturers, heavy industries, automotive industries, textile production businesses, logistics companies, and food agro-processing enterprises within a well-segmented industrial zone. Dawa Industrial Zone is the ideal destination for growth and expansion. Position your business for success in one of West Africa's fastest growing industrial hubs. Call 055204 0000. 055204 today or visit www.diz/ghana.com. Dawa Industrial Zone, where industry thrives.
All right. Now, in a bit, we'll be crossing over to Adabraka because Bernard and Sky will be engaging some affected persons within the Sahara or Dona areas. Remember on Monday on the show, we kept calling the attention of rescue teams to move to Sahara because a good number of people were trapped there. Within that same area, there was a fire outbreak. The member of parliament, when she visited the place, was completely devastated. Photos of young people and elderly people who were rescued from the floods. It was just heart-wrenching to watch. We'll be engaging, spending some time with our folks in Adabraka, Sahara, or Dona areas. I will take a very quick break. When I'm back, a lot of messages, and then we'll cross over to Adabraka. Stay with us.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Sunny Gold Brown Sugar, available in a shop near you.
Sunny Gold.
Wakashi. This advert is FDA approved.
Parents, you've worked hard to give your child the very best future. With a 90% graduate employment rate in the first 6 months of graduation, that future could be right here at Lancaster University, Ghana, the only British branch campus in sub-Saharan Africa. The same globally recognized UK degree, accredited to the highest international standards, all within a modern learning environment. Applications are now open. Visit lancaster.edu.gh to apply today. Lancaster University, Ghana, a global degree at your doorstep.
From the heart of Africa we stand, building dreams across the land. Every step we take aside, helping you rise, taking you higher. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. POF make your future glow. Strong as a group, close as a partner. Bank of Africa lifting you higher. African Bank with global reach. POF make your future glow. POF, we go there for you. are lifting you higher.
You can't tell what your baby will become or what his interest will be. You can provide your growing babies with yummy goodness. Yumvita is a delicious cereal for your baby. Oh yeah, other ones love it too. Yumvita is filled with yummy goodness for growing babies and is available in other yummy variants. Yumvita, a delicious way to grow. This advert is FDA approved.
Join the conversation on the City Breakfast Show on Facebook at facebook.com/City97.3, Twitter at twitter.com/City973, and Instagram at instagram.com/City973 with the hashtag CityCBS.
This is the City Breakfast Show, the city's biggest conversation.
Unleashing the power of relevant radio. This is City 97.3.
Jumping to some of your messages now. 0539-986-996, 0539-986-996. Living in Ghana is becoming frustrating. A journey that should take 15 to 30 minutes can easily take 1 or 2 hours because of the poor roads and open manholes. How is this acceptable? Bernard at Citi FM keeps encouraging those of us in the diaspora to return and help build the country. But when we do, we face frustration at every turn. Please take a look at the Shire Hills Doyumu Road. It is in a terrible condition. The dust is everywhere, making life very difficult. Sometimes it feels like we've given up on fixing our own country. I'm honestly tired and hope those in authority take these issues seriously. DJ Nature is sending this from Italy. Currently in you are currently in Ghana, right? DJ Nature, don't give up yet. We have to rise up and build. So stay with us while we do that. Scaleb and Team, Ablekuma Junction is not left out. It's a very terrible traffic situation we experienced yesterday. I left the office at 5 p.m., got to Fan Milk Junction exactly 7:05. Oof, that's about 2 hours, brother. I got to Ablekuma Cave around 10:47 p.m. Between Fan Milk and Ablekuma Cave, maximum 10 minutes drive took me 3 hours, and this is very terrible. Mama G is sending this from Ablekuma. Wow. Caleb, let's scale all of this down. What are the MCs and DCs doing with respect to planning in their area? District level planning is key. It is not everything that we have to go to the president or the ministers. Non-performance should be rewarded with dismissal. They should be assessed publicly on an annual basis. A lot of them, with their coordinating directors, have no workplace. What the drip equipment being used for heads must roll. All they think about is honorable. You say you are not very happy this morning. Good morning, CD. CBS, please. Are you saying that flooding is mainly due to buildings and waterways? I was in Ghana last year and I lived close to the STC junction. There was water on one side of the road which blocked one lane, destroying the road. What did the authorities do about it? Also, I saw mud blocking one lane, which you mentioned, and when there is rain and floods occur, has it got to do with buildings on the waterway? Emmanuel, it's a multifaceted problem, and the mud on the waterway, the silts is part, the drains being choked are part, and the small size of the drains are part. People building in wetlands and waterways, they are all part of the problem. Come tell me something.
Right. So if you're looking for a fun way to stay active, connect with people, and have an exciting Saturday morning experience, then this is the event for you. On Saturday, 11 July 2026 at exactly 5:30 a.m., we will gather at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium. Expect an energetic health walk, massive exhibition with great deals and discounts, and a chance to network with over 1,000 Ghanaians. Set your reminders and get ready for an unforgettable experience at the University of Ghana Sports Stadium on July 11th at 5:30 a.m. Let's do this together again. For further information, call 030-708-6000, Omni Basic Health Walk. Better health starts here. Now, tee off a day of championship golf and luxury at the highly anticipated Second Century Golf Invitational at the stunning Royal Century Golf Course. Date Saturday, 4th July 2026. Time, tee off at 8 o'clock a.m. sharp, and the venue is Royal Century Golf Course, Akosombo. Join us, dominate the greens, network with top-tier professionals, or simply enjoy a premium day out at the premier golfing event of the season. Indulge in a perfect blend of competitive sport and luxury hospitality supported by our elite global and local partners. You can win a return trip from Accra to Nairobi at a luxury resort with Kenya Airways, or a 2-night stay at Zaina Lodge, and so many more. To register, call 050-125-7727 today. Now, in a world moving towards sustainability, Supersem Cement is leading the way with LC3 technology and eco-friendly innovation, making us Ghana's best choice. Choose Supersem Superfast 32.5 hour for plastering, mortar, screeding, and block laying. Use a heavy-duty Supersem Superpower 42.5 hour for durable foundations, coastal works, and high-rise structural works. Supersem Cement dries fast, is waterproof, and prevents moisture damage and powdery balls. Call us today on 0553 060 517. Available at all leading building material outlets across Ghana. Supersem, build your dream.
And we all know that silence when your rent is due and you can't pick up, when the shop is empty and you are pretending it's fine, when salary finished 2 weeks ago and there is still a week to go, when your goods are stuck at the port and the clearing agent keeps calling, when your business idea is ready but the cash isn't. That silence has a name, it's money. Bills breaks the silence, whether you need working capital, a salary loan, emergency cash, or startup funding. Your Ghana card is all you need. Call Bills Microcredit today, 0596-920-833. Break the silence, Bills got you. Your child deserves more than just a school. At Penfield School Oyarefa, we have been building a confident, capable learner for 16 years. We are co-ed day and boarding school running from creche through senior high school. Our unique hybrid curriculum combines Ghana's GES syllabus, BEC and WASI with Cambridge Checkpoint IGCSE A levels. Admissions for the 2026-2027 academic year is now open. Slots are limited, so give your child a strong foundation in Ghana, a smooth transition to the world. Call or WhatsApp Penfield School now, 027-233-5359 or 026-423-3533. Penfield School, more than a school, a launch pad. And when you buy anything, it's got to be the very best, yeah? Diamond 42.5 hour grade cement is the highest quality on the Ghanaian market. We have the 32.5 hour grade as well. Good deal for everyone, great value for your pocket. Anyone who wishes to buy diamond cement should deal with the company directly. We have factories all over the nation. We have, you can locate us all over the nation, but our factories are in Aplau, Takoradi, and Buepe. 0540-111-978 is the number. Diamond cement is still as hard as a diamond. If you're looking for a best of flavor in every sip, discover the refreshing taste of Piva beverages. Piva Cola, Piva Orange, Piva Cocktail, Piva Grape, and Piva Tangerine. Grab yours today. Available now at a local store near you. 0550-032-231. Piva beverages, a taste you will love. Keep your messages coming. 0539-986-996. 0539-986-996. Caleb Kuda here. I have Francisca Kakra-Forsen here. And Samuel Attah-Mensah. This morning we'll bring you a special coverage from the Adabraka Enclave. Bernardino Koku-Avle and Richard Delasky have pitched camp there. They'll be interacting with some of our listeners and compatriots there who've been affected, telling the stories that matter. You know how we do it, Relevant Radio always. Come talk to me.
Yes, for years you've trusted Sunny Gold Brown Sugar for its consistent quality and best packaging. Now take control of your sugar intake in a more convenient way with your trusted Sunny Gold brand. We have introduced Sunny Gold Brown Sugar sticks in 10 grams and 5 grams paper sachets. This is perfect for hotels, restaurants, schools, homes, offices, or on the go, and even in large gatherings like parties, funerals, and conferences. Sunny Gold Brown Sugar also comes in cubes, bottles, and sachets for all your cooking and bulk needs. Sunny Gold, a tradition of consistent quality, available at shops near you.
Eden Care. Why is it that healthcare always feels like a battle? 1 minute you're fine, the next you're facing rising cost and a diagnosis you weren't ready for. Eden Care is the reset button. Eden Care is Acacia Health's dedicated insurance for individuals and families. What I love about it, it combines everyday easy accessibility with absolute trust and experience of a proven health insurance. We are the health partner that actually answers when you call, making sure your family is shielded from the wahala of uncovered expenses. Stop fighting the system and start walking in peace. Reach out via edencare.acacia@myenterprisegroup.io and choose Eden Care today. Eden Care brought to you by Acacia Health. Ghana's next generation of engineers and coders are being built right now. The question is, will your child be one of them? Nyansapo Institute is now enrolling students for the 2026 STEM camp. 3 weeks of hands-on learning in AI, robotics, Python coding, cybersecurity, game development, 3D design, and more. Real projects, real skills in a craft. 2 cohorts are available. Cohort 1 runs 20th July to August 7th. Cohort 2, August 3 to August 21. You can pick one that works best for you. Sports are limited. Don't wait. Give your child the head start they deserve. Call or WhatsApp 0537 117 334. Register now or visit nyansapoinstitute.com. Nyansapo, where coding, engineering, and design meet opportunity. And just before we cross over to Adabraka, where Richard Delasky and Bernardino Koku-Avle have pitched camp to engage fellow citizens in the space. Attention all Ghanaian entrepreneurs and SME owners, it's time to take your business to the absolute next level. Applications are officially open for the MTN SME Ghana Awards 2026. If your business is crushing it, this is your moment to get national recognition and massive rewards. We are talking about business support from MTN Ghana, a whole year of business insurance from Star Group, international exchange opportunities, and a chance to attract serious funding. Don't wait, apply now. SMEGhanaAwards.com. Download the form and email awards@SMEGhanaAwards.com. Call 024-226-6854. The deadline is Friday, July 17, 2026. The MTN SME Ghana Awards is proudly sponsored by headline sponsor MTN Star Assurance Group and One Africa in partnership with the Ministry of Trade, Agribusiness and Industry and the Ghana Enterprise Agency, SMEGA, celebrating excellence and empowering growth. Now, you know, we often say that good health shouldn't be taken for granted. So whether it's yourself or loved one, visit the International Maritime Hospital at Tema Community 3 for quality specialist health care. They are a team of professionals committed to providing compassionate, patient-centered care in a welcoming environment. Call 053 519 7061. So we're crossing over to Adabraka, where Bernard Avle and Richard Sky take over the rest of the show.
we are near the Odo. The community, but the issues are very, very complicated. Richard Sky, my colleague Samuel Attah-Mensah, the MD, we are all here. That whole team is here to try and hear from the horse's own mouth what happened. When did the water start coming? How did they manage to escape? Indeed, NADMO tells us that they rescued over 100 people from the Odona area. If you look at the list of people rescued, this used to be the place with the most affected. Because if you look at the numbers of rescue, 300 is a lot of people. They also reported about 3 or 4 deaths here. We are still counting our losses. If you are listening and you live in and around Adabraka, Nkrumah Circle, Odona, Sahara Park, we are here live with Citi FM and Channel 1 Television, coming to you to tell us what happened on Monday, the 29th of June. Richard, let them hear your voice. We work here, but I'm sure you yourself, you are surprised at the kind of things you've seen since we went down there.
Yeah, we've done this for 20 odd years now, and we've seen rains come, go, but walking through the community this morning and seeing the level of devastation, the height of the water when it peaked, you can see the marks on the walls, people still struggling to get out of the mess left behind. People washing their clothes, students through that still going to school, businesses completely gone, and people trying to pick up their pieces. It tells you that this is one unique disaster that has left so much devastation. And we hope that by the time that the dust settles, if we like, there will be some reforms as to ensure that people can heal from this.
Before we come to Mr. Kina, the assemblyman, to give us the official statistics, I'd like to just engage a couple of the people around to tell us what happened that day, because they have been counting. In fact, they are telling me that today is the first day they are opening their shops since Monday. So please introduce yourself. The gentleman sat next to me, and tell me your name and what happened on that day.
My name is Lati Benjamin, and like you rightly said from the beginning, you gave the records properly. Counting on the 15th October 1995, and I remember that fateful day, early hours of the morning. The then President Franklin J.J. Rawlings was here to aid in rescue and some of the things, as you said. Then we also come to June 3rd, which was one of the worst moments we thought would never again, was a slogan we heard from people. But never again, yet again. What really happened? If never again and yet again, you can then begin to talk about October 15, 1995. The level at where you are stating would be about 3 feet. Then June 3rd, it would have been about 6 feet. As you sit here, behind you, it's more than 6 feet. You can see the wall over here. And you see the daycare center over there.
Yeah.
All the roofs were submerged.
The whole daycare center was submerged.
Yes.
And
And
you
then,
don't measure the length of water at your place.
oh, in my house, it's 8.1 feet.
8.1 feet from the ground to where the water level reaches.
Yes.
Wow.
So you can't come and rescue me. So you don't even have.
How far is your house from here?
My house is about 50 meters from here.
Is that the yellow story building?
The yellow story building over the other side.
8.1 feet.
Yes. In our homes, we are flat dwellers. So we have gotten all these feet and sometimes these levels, as you see on our walls.
Yeah.
Guys has to rescue and escape, and as to when to alert people to come out. You understand me? But this time, sorry to say that we were overtaken, because the whole thing started rescending around about 5:05 in the morning. And we all thought, oh, it's one of those things. Then, just 25 minutes, it was above 4 feet. By the time it was 6:35 when I called, I was then trying to reach Nabu to tell Nabu, please put the lights off. That is all we need at that time. When it happens like that, get all the lights off.
Water will enter the electrical gadget. And
No,
stop it.
see, because of the way the water is flowing, those debris it carried, the kiosks it carried, dislodges the electric wires. So once it's on the water, if you're not taking care, it will huge people. In June 10, that was what happened in my house. He would have saved 3 people in my house that day, but there was so much shock in the water, and you couldn't have done anything. So yeah, they have to die. There was nothing we could do about it. That was
so by 6:35, the water was at 4 feet.
No, it was 5:35. What was about 4 feet? So we thought it was part of the natural thing. But by 6:15, it was then gone. It was more than 6. Now all we needed to do was to find ways of trying to rescue things in the house. Before it was 7, forget it.
Wow.
Whatever noise you have in your house, your life is more important than whatever noise you have in the house. Right to safety. And whatever, we thank God that the lights up went on around about 7:17. You know, we take records of all these things to guide us and all those things. So by 7:17, the lights were off. So we're happy the lights were off, and we're happy to the lights have never came back till about yesterday night, because many of the sockets in the house have been flooded with water and was people when they put in on all this. So that is exactly what is happening here. But one of the things that you find is that you see there's a street separating here and here.
Yeah.
You are up there. All those people behind the streets, if not for God's grace, you'd have come to collect their cups.
You mean all those behind the park, the houses from the Sahara Park to the park,
all the way to Graphic Road. You know, this road runs all the way to Graphic.
But that part of Odona
Enclave,
all of them were submerged.
My house, use my house as a level.
Your house is a story building.
My house is a story building, but then it is 8.1.
Yeah.
So 8.1 line stretching from all this way to the corner, getting to Graphic Road, right?
Wow.
Yes. So you find that from my house is 1 point, but I don't know what happens in the other houses.
Okay.
So
let me talk to your colleague who lives down there. So you live up here, which is a story building. Tell me your name and where do you live and what happened?
My name is Emmanuel Azuma Morgan. I live by the Odo River.
You live next to the Odo?
Yes. I'm closer to the Odona market there. So whatever I may.
How long have you been living there?
I was born here.
You were born there?
I was born here. Yeah. I was born there in Odona. So whatever I may tell you concerning what has happened, it's nothing but the truth.
Okay.
I normally tell media when they come, but they don't take it serious. The problem we are facing, I think, is coming from Graphic Road. There are 3 bridges ahead of us over there. Those bridges are low. So when the rain started falling and it started seriously, when it reached a point, it cannot go. It hit the bridges, then it started spreading. That is the main problem we normally encounter flooding around, because that flood within 2 hours, when you come here, you won't even know there has been any problem around. So
it comes and goes quickly.
It means there's a problem somewhere which is causing the whole thing. So I think if we can do something about it, be serious as it's been.
Just quickly, how high was the water in your house, and how did you manage to escape? Because if the water was that high and you are near the Odo, how did you manage to escape?
I measure it after the Odo in my house. There is 9 feet. 9 feet.
9 feet.
Yeah, 9 feet.
From the floor to where the water was.
From the floor to where the water reached.
9 feet.
Yes. So luckily we have a small story building there. That's where
all of you went up.
All of us went up there. So we were there. We watching when they started the
warehouse.
Rubber market there. So I'm the one who did it and sent it to a friend in TV3.
So you took the video of the rubber?
Yeah, and sent it to a friend in TV3. So within small time, I started spreading across. So that's it. Yeah,
I see. Imagine, so if this had happened at night, what would have happened? Because this was in the morning when people had woken up. So imagine if this new morning tomorrow 11 p.m. alone midnight.
It will be easy. It will be easy. But one advantage in Sahara, we normally experience flooding always. So when the rains all normally come out from the water, So
you know. So when it starts raining, people know what to do.
People know what to do. That's why we don't normally have casualties here.
You wanted to say something. After that, Samens, you interviewed some of the new guys who have come.
You asked a relevant question as to if it had happened in the evening, what happened? What would have happened?
Yeah.
And I think that this time was divine intervention.
Okay.
Because unlike said, it started 8 o'clock in the evening and ended around about 3 a.m. in the morning. So that was how we had a lot of casualty. But this one, it was getting into the day. And then when the new people came, it was much more easier for them to navigate.
Okay.
Unlike the June 3rd, many of the Nalmo people could not because it was dark.
It was dark.
Yes. And at that time too, we have not experienced the joy, the knowledge of having to put the lights off. So I remember one time and during the June 3rd, right on we're trying to tell the Nadmo guys that if you move the little step, you'll be electrocuted. And so that is how we lost people in our own so we thank God that this one happens to
So even though the water was more June 29, 2 issues, because it was in the morning and because you knew from June 3rd that you had to put up the light, a lot of people didn't die.
Yes.
It should have been more serious.
It should have been more
the water volume for this Monday was more than you ever seen before.
Oh, I'm an old man, and I can tell you from history. Look, ask everybody here for the years we've been seeing such.
For the past 40 years.
I'm telling you. I'm able to tell you about October 1995 because I was here. I was able to tell you about June 3rd, I'm here. And I'm telling you about 29 June, I'm here.
It's the worst volume of water you've seen.
One of the things that I really appreciate it about this time, it doesn't come with a lot of debris that we used to have from that of the October. As for the June 3rd debris,
so there wasn't as much debris in this one.
Yes, but the water level
was very high.
Just too much.
All right, Samens, some of the people sitting next to you, I'm told, are the mechanics and those who work in the communities. So maybe you want to find out from them their stories are as well, and then we'll continue the conversation.
Ofane achomi Gado Musa.
Gado.
Ofane
Gado Musa.
Yeah.
Afobu ye.
Ofane afomi ye Zongole.
Zongole.
Ofane.
Chuchoni ye.
Ofane, I'm a member of the Novotel Market Traders Association. Me, as a board member, nke ye nije Novotel Babie. E won fita me since day one na.
Manager ni bi.
Ofane, mingi boys FM, I'm a leader.
Oh, okay.
Boys nije jatu FM ye market me. Mingi I'm a leader.
Bojo.
Ofane.
Lakabo.
Nyumo ye dani woyo.
Thank you very much. No miniba, bansane miniba. Miniba.
If you're marketing. Labia ni nyumo bon nemo nimo e bon nemo keje beke e o mineke ye hia mbako shi
ngonyo
ye chief imam area mi Fadama.
Okay, Fadama, okay.
E won ye Germany mbi me twome akashi numbo en gbogbo yo enkan ye hia e ga me pa me fa wa shi bi ayi mba e wa no kwale
no me atwa enye
no me almost see something me lebi e wo beni wo moto mi mba ni hye chief imam area mi e bebe e we sanima kunse kun efia yi sanima kunse kun ma chon da kuma junction ntoflo mi ahun mba hye yogurt bi aje ye secret bi no access ni manyama babie e won kunse ya logoto overhead there no mba NDC part officer Jamegbe logo dan nyemba bi
Zagulu house
yes e won ni mba hye bi ne anukwale nyema cross wo washing base ka ya market me
sunu mi egbe ejen
me ya market me ni access amenya ameba e wo so loki akashi abomodin ama wentu ye wo market ni school ni ama e wo pi forsu ni ame boti game e wo nef ka na small boy ko ni chela aka e bomodin ni nyenu emi ni ba anu kwale washing base game nu e ka mbie e wo boy ni mommy fiu no me una ne one he wo ne ma pull out e wo nchembo ese komede nye ni mommy anu kwale ni ndomo washing base ni mo ye mbie
wow
insha o market emele no ele nye ma domo ni mommy e wo nke na no komi ni raise one here hu nke ba shibe ni ma boto market eme wo ye ni ba manken almost 1 o'clock to 2 o'clock ame watermelon boade amadra 30
wow
30 amenako ikomepo.
Okay, how many years no boy na keni chumone?
anukwalisani mbon no tumo ni obabi ne waya 14 years ne
14
years ni waja no votel wa bie she no votel waya jam almost 15 years to 19 years waya no votel na jiwo ke babie she no babie ne waya 14 years ne
o che tana
o fana anukwale
kajabe no boy ne kani tumo ne o na ne kani ne happen down
ni wo babie ne anukwalisani no me wo boy jiwo ya bie ewo ni monne one day ku ni minwo ni inanyuko avenger isa motu eje enakumi enuhe ewo ni rush tomi ahunye matishi ewo ewote de otwa nti selo numo beni matishi no ye nchichi no
la
minken wife kem mbi mini ne ewo mfoso ahun ni njepo beni minwa beme ni nka me nkonwentue ni min silver me mi wife can be a filling station ni ampin ye je na walo
wow
e won nyanyoko no me ni wo fi no pepepe wife ke papa le wi shi ni papa le na ke wife domo filling station je me ne ya hegbe ke ye di
wow
ni ke cross ko gon ni wife le un force le o ta we ko echon ni mi na acha domo 8 o'clock ni wona ko mbile nwefele fo mo so efo she anukwale sani no no one ya be the second time nele is too much
nakaona
nele is too much if you junte there
really
no one niba ni se 3 days today na if you junte there if
okay no Alhaji Gado alright
so Alhaji was basically explaining how he got here on the day that his house is near the chief imam's place at Dama. And he needed to use a different route to even get here. And by the time he got to the washing base, which is just behind Citi FM, to even cross to the market, the water had gotten to his neck level. Now he is in charge of the team who help the women with their wares. So they are like the men who support the women in the market. And he says, after the
board
rain,
member, he's a board member.
After the rain, cassava, watermelon, everything was destroyed. Now he's been here for 14 years and there were no water for 15 years. And he's saying that the level of water he saw on Monday was much more than what happened on June 3, even though June 3 was a fire. Sometimes I think we need to ask about the fire as well, because what made Adabraka a big story was that there was another fire. No, what was
if you're my question, me, where many be light no, Mami could store a jame, Nemola. Light off where na keba. If you make a banish kumemi, no ni store mola. Ewo, market tension. Moko nya ya jame ni security man le won moko mepe ni wonale e won na efi na kan nchembo ese fa kan amen hiense ni waya no emi ameke baba gado otu nu tumo e jame nke ofu ananya ba mbi na efitai ni nchame e won no wo hyeje there's no access no ba nyo boti robo market emi e won nke nyami danju market e ko wo le ni wa akungite ni wo boti kete e won lele ni wo boti market emi e wo fe be ni wo ba fe shi market ye am a problem ni ba ji mi ne kesa ne nele if you na about evidence ma wi isani because na me fia isani gbe kan me delay na me ke rubber ha hi ne ke ona kan rubber beni won gbe bi ene ke light transfer e papier beni won gbe bi be light transfer e papier e wo check we nkwalisani security man yo de me fanti e wo mi kete ko no that nko zingle no ya domo jeme ni wo force wo bla that de jin ekomani yo jeme ni wo force ahun jeme lagbo e wo fishu akashin eni sha wo pene ne baba be
ni fe ni fe na fast service be ba
fast be na me ba hinji ameshi amenya me twonu emi hinji ame shin so that for enpo ni ba amenya me twonu emi because no ni ba wo menu wo yo be na wo fe experience ye no emi e wo live ame chinoni ngba wona ke soja fu eni nyenya ba ni nyenye bote no emi e boy say la uni yo jeme na ba awa na ba gbe la nyeka meka botemi
ameka botemi
na me bote market ni nye soja fu la nyenye ya de five be ba abedomo amedomo banke Germany ababe nkwela shi wo menu wo ye no emi e wo botemi ni wo ngbe ni esanya ha wo gbe ni wo tunu tumo e wo anukwale sane no ni bale ina wa oba kpafai no go community ni enwon na ke mba ni na assembly man ya bie makpa fa na kesa ni ne awa wo ye hi because bola igbewo. Bola igbewo. And quali.
Me bola.
Wakola wo market bola ke kuche me bola. Bola dien fele. Moko neke ne ba jeshke pe bola e gba na. E we ke bola ba mashi. Kenyu ngone ka pull out no ke o bola. Anu quali
afi na kan ni olo.
Anu quali up to date. Numonya mi male ma ke ba anu quali. Anu quali eko me peni eko be eko don. Ewo mi makpa fire ke aji onupa babu otu enku en beni wo wotishia ahe bola shika na ahe bola shika na ke majani bi na ewo na mini ba na bomb bola shika himo ewo won to wo bi wo onupa ye koni wo onupa ni yo top e wo mbi abe beni wo wotishia ahe bola shika mini ba ni agbe na ahe bola shika
be bola e ba fa
ni ke bola e ba fa e sanishika na ke hiyo lole agbagbe e akako e despi akako despi na kema kutu emi fe ke bola e free ni government ba donate ni aluwo bola ke ya free ni mo anukwale sa ni wona bola e ma na emi
ka fe das bi na ni das bi na yes ani mo kwa wo das bi na achi ahwe e
ofa na
logista ni e wo gbe ke bi ahye no we ka lowa
ya
nupo no ba no enu
tele o
mene mo ko tele nu
dabi
no me we clue fonyo ni ba ji oni bi e
alo
male
nakani
bia na
ekope ai ati here
ya wo here
nakani
no sani fair ko sani wo feel responsible
nakani
no yes ke free ni e once more sini je free ni e fio ni bo ba pay no ke wa ma nakasa na feel
mbra to bedo yo ne ke container po ba mashi ni muko eje me pondi hishka fio ko ni ke bola yi na ba okay ya in sure ke ka fe the whole Ghana ne e ba wawo because ni nyun ne ko bola ni je
Jesus Christ
ma ne lebi ne nta TV3 mi nkwa TV3 ni na insure na jeme ngan gbe nyema kwe because bola ni jule jeme aba page kana alo bola ni ti Jamestown ni ne mokola ke graphic road jeme kati
no bola koshe Galloway kona mi
yeah
ke ya Collier side
yeah
all the way to Jamestown jeme fe yike bola
yo
ni bola ngmeje
eje keje wokola ke je bi epe bola je bola eneje eje wokola ke je Madina
yeah
ba
o be bola ehie wa
because egbejinu
amen
please egbejinu bola agbeji
je bola agbejinu shipom adesa ni be dinji wo je isani ke nu e ba bola ba ya mokotu pupo je isani e we ba pa ni bola ni issue.
Alhaji Gado is explaining that in addition to all that has happened, refuse is contributing to the problem. And he's saying that for many, many years, he's known there was no money charged for collecting refuse. And he believes that because some people cannot pay, they leave their refuse and it compounds the problem. So we'll discuss refuse. In fact, some of the people here do recycling. We'll talk about that. But I wanted Mr. Kina, who's the assessment man for the area. Do you have the numbers of people who were rescued? Do you know how many people were displaced? Because it's a very big area. And it seems to me as if this was the largest affected place in Accra. So can you give us some numbers around Odona and what happened on Monday?
So,
you've lost your voice.
Lost my voice.
Why have you been preaching?
Oh, when it's happening this way, I need to go and make sure. Sometimes you have to shout.
You have to shout
before they can hear. And
Charlie.
Sleepless nights.
Sorry.
Yes, we rescue a lot of people, and fortunately for us, we have some young guys who were trained as lifeguard to save those drowning, those who get drowned during beach and holidays at the seashore. So we trained about 8 of them. We had to call them to come and support the cause of rescue. So they did well, and I will say that today, once you are here, I believe everybody in Ghana is watching us. What happened this time is a shock to me.
It's a shock.
Yes.
Wow.
I was born and bred here, and with this experience, never again. It's not a word to use again. Yes.
Because it happened again. And it was worse. Wow.
Over 300 people were rescued.
Over 300 people.
300 people were rescued. Then affected households, as I recorded now, it's over 2,000.
Over
households.
2,000 households affected.
Yes. In fact,
within
not
Odona area.
Or not only Odona area, Asalam down.
Salam down.
Official town, some part of Osu.
Okay.
Yes. So
this is Kote-Kole. 2,000 households.
Yes, over 2,000 households. Okay. And the affected people is over 22,000.
Wow.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes. Persons, affected persons. So both children, adults, and it's over 22,000. The fire that government is 341 persons. As provisional, I mean, these are all provisional numbers. Yes, because as I went to the markets now, some people were reporting to me that they've not written their names, and so we are still counting, and we've set a desk at the.
So you are talking about people whose properties was destroyed, whose shops and things they lost and all that.
Yes. Now, I said at the moment he spoke about the refuse. We are evacuating the refuse from the because we don't want anybody to repackage anything at the market for reselling. So the trucks are there. We started yesterday, and they are moving into the dump site. You can see
what's happening there.
Yes, they are collecting some of the refuse and dredge materials. We did a dredging about two weeks ago, and the next day
you did dredging about 2 weeks ago.
The next day it rained, and it continuously raining up to now. So collecting the silt has become very difficult because when you collect it, you even to the dump site, the place is wet, the cars cannot move, and the traffic for them to go and dump. It's also another thing. So, collectively, we're facing a lot of challenges, but at the moment, we are on top and we are making sure that we want to rescue and make sure we collect every refuse from now out to the time that we will not see any refuse around.
What I want to find out is what things have been destroyed. What have we started counting the cost? Because I know that this area, there are mechanic shops, there are traders. What type of businesses are here and how did the rain affect them?
Yes, so like I said, the traders, their perishable goods is gone. The rubber market, clothes, you see, it's made up of mixed markets. A very big one, over 4,000 shares at that side.
Over 4,000 shares?
Yeah.
Wow.
At that side. The Peninsula Shopping Mall alone has 24 shares, and it's made up of 12 cubicle.
Wow.
24 cubicle. And from the end to the end, then we have the tabletop, we have the perishable goods market, then where the Peninsula Shopping Mall started, that place, there are mix of items there. We have the lorry stations.
Wow.
They've lost, most cars were submerged, and to take it to the mechanic shop to overhaul the whole car. I mean, it takes a lot. The garages, 34 plots.
34 car plots.
Yeah, car plots at garages. 36.
Wow.
36 plots. And look at the number of cars over there. And you, at the moment, I can't give you a figure.
It's serious.
It's serious. I can't give you a figure.
We want to talk to some of the market women as well.
Oh, they have arrived.
Yeah. So we are introducing ourselves. So far, we've spoken to 3 of the people. Alaji, who are these people? Because it's an
and hello. And I just, you see, we must give thanks to where thanks is supposed to go. I want to say a very thank you to our MP, that is Zana Tuajima Rollins.
Okay.
Then my MC, the whole staff of Kote, then those who are now giving us some donation. Yes. people have started donating. My general director will be coming to College Rote this morning at 10 to give us some relief items.
Okay.
I thank them so much. I also want to plead to the corporate world to come to our aid because things lost here very, very huge, especially market woman putting in so much money, loans. They have started coming to the office to get a report to their financiers.
Because their things have gone.
Their things are gone. And these are some of the things which is very, very disturbing.
Sky, I want you to interview more people. We are here at Odona. The chairman of the Garages Association is here. Some market women are also here. We want them to tell us. We are here with friends at Odona, not far from Citi FM, and we're also on Channel 1 television, counting the cost of Monday's flooding. What they are telling us is that this is the worst volume of water they've seen. But luckily, they didn't lose as many people. And they are saying there are two reasons. Because it happened in the morning. People were already awake. And they also put up the light. Otherwise, more people would have died. If this had happened at night, it would have been very, very serious.
Yeah, there's something I want to quickly highlight, listening to all of them. Yeah, I think they've been able to build local knowledge of their spaces.
Yes.
And that expertise, you don't teach people in the books
at all.
They are talking about their lived experiences. And from that, they've been able to distill how to survive in the midst of the challenges that they face. You heard them say that even people who were supposed to come here to rescue did not understand the terrain.
They didn't know how to go into the water.
Exactly. So what it tells you is that there has got to be greater mapping of the areas NADMO people go to in order to perform their...
And also train local people to become like local rescue team.
Exactly. And I think we need to emphasize that because the assemblyman is here and the authorities above have got to tap into that potential and use people who really understand their terrain.
Wonderful. So I want to hear from two people. Hold on. You mention your name and you tell us where you live and whether you are a trader or what you do, and tell us what happened.
I am Kofi Bedubuachi.
Okay.
Chairman of the Plastic Sellers Association.
Oh, wonderful. So you are from the market?
Yes.
And it is your market that got burnt?
Yes.
Do you know how many people were affected? How big the fire was, if you can tell us?
Very big. Half of the market is burnt.
Half of the market?
You know, plastic is more or less petrol.
Yeah.
It's fuel.
Yeah.
Because after crude oil, plastic is the next. So it is really fuel. So when it was ignited by electric wire, which we will take up later, my advice, we have lost a lot of money. It cannot be, quantified.
Wow.
Yeah.
So we said we took it from one shop and it spread to other shops.
That's how it starts. The whole thing is fuel. It's like petrol.
Wow.
You can see petrol which is ignited by fire. That's exactly what happened. Right? But the point is, something could have been done.
Okay.
Because the whole thing started in the morning. But we had no equipment. There was nothing they could do because the fire service is not equipped. They have trucks. They get to the point, they can't cross the river. A service should have something like drones or canoes with fire hydrants.
So they can cross the water.
They can cross when this thing happens. And then
Okay, so we have friends joining us from Academic City. We have a big conversation coming up. If you are in your career, you want to pivot, you want to add some value to yourself, you want to add some value Academic City is providing a unique experience, great environment, challenging opportunity where you can discover yourself while adding value to it. There's not a better way to have this conversation than to have the experiences of those who have been through it. I have joining me in the studio Regina Adobia-Essien. She's an alumna AI engineer. She's here with Daniel Kofi Edu. They'll be sharing the Daniel Kofi Ado, forgive me. They'll be sharing the experiences with me shortly. In the meantime, I'm also joined by Dr. Siraj Mohammed. He is the Director of Academic Affairs. Okay, so Academic Director, Graduate and Continuing Education. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us in the studio. How is Academic City doing?
Thank you very much. It's doing great.
Nice.
Yes.
I watched your recent graduation. It was beautiful. Bernard was the speaker.
Yes.
He had this graduation gown.
Awesome.
Charlie, who saw that? It was very nice.
Really nice.
Welcome to the studio. Now, you, Academic City, you are known for innovative, industry-ready undergraduate programs. We've not heard about the graduate programs as much as we have about the undergraduate programs. So, Dr. Siraj, walk us through your graduate programs. Is this your first cohort?
Yeah. If you say first cohort, you mean those who've graduated?
Yes,
so
those
far?
who've graduated.
Yes,
Okay.
First cohort graduated. Yeah, and thank you very much. And first of all, good morning to your listeners, and we appreciate this opportunity. Our programs are very unique. In fact, you even mentioned it already. You've heard a lot about our undergraduate programs. And it's not drastically different what we do with the master's program or the postgraduate program. Our postgraduate programs equally is built around our learning pillars, which has to be experiential, contextual, unified, and extensional. Right. So the experiential part is what makes Academic City sell. We make sure you actually practice what you learn in class, in the industry. You are able to do it while schooling, and even outside schooling, you are still able to do it.
So it's not just all theory, you're experiencing what you're learning.
Exactly. And we also make sure that our curricula are actually built with industry experts.
Okay.
So not just academia, but we have experts from the industry. They contribute into our curriculum development, and it's just awesome.
Man, I've been to some of your workshops, and I've seen the huge machinery that your engineering students, used to study, and it's mind-blowing the kind of exposure you give to your students, even at the undergraduate level.
Exactly.
And you're saying you are transporting the same experience to the graduate level.
Exactly.
Incredible. So tell me, technology is also a big part of this transformation process. It's big in transforming industry, and many professionals are looking to upskill, right? Are you able to bring that same rigor of technological exposure you give to your undergraduate students to the graduate programs that you're running? And which are some of these?
Yeah, we do. And just like you said, we have amazing workshops. We have labs, and just so we do same with our MSc data science and analytics. We have the lab for it, dedicated computing devices that helps the student to be able to do their practical work. Also, we have our digital forensics lab with the MSc cybersecurity, and they have.
So you do MSc cybersecurity.
Exactly.
Right.
Yeah, and we have dedicated forensic lab where the students actually have first-hand experience with the industry gadgets. Right. So before they leave school, they've actually experienced and worked with, facilities that they will see in the industry. So we have all those technologies around to make sure our learning experience is solid.
Let me rope in Adobia now, right? Regina Adobia-Essien. What did you study for your graduate program?
Data science.
Okay.
And
Now,
analytics.
okay, there are a number of universities, and so in choosing a place to do your postgraduate, there must have been some reason, something must have attracted you to Academic City. Share that with me.
Okay. So I've actually known Academic City for a while prior to my coming. That is because I live not too far from Academic City.
Bosha girl.
But one thing that stood out for me is they had an open day, which I attended, and they had invited the undergrads to come and showcase their projects. And one of the projects that I came across or that stood out to me is the software engineer or the student, the undergrad, had built an ATS system,
Okay.
an applicant tracking system, where recruiters and HR can just screen their CVs for their applicants.
Wow.
And I told myself, if undergrads are building things like that, how much
You're
more?
like a hampony.
How much more postgrads?
Yeah.
So that's informed my decision.
Wow.
And
And
to choose academic.
and did the experience measure up to the promise?
Yes. There are so many projects that I have built, giving me the confidence. I sit through interviews and I'm able to rattle through my project that I've done, solving impactful problems. Right. Yeah.
Right.
So
So what did you study? How has that helped you? And what was the learning experience at Academic City?
Actually, I came from a non-STEM background.
Okay.
I studied political science and English.
I know where you studied.
Yeah, what a drift. Yeah, I understand. And for me, it was such a journey for me, given the drift.
From political science English to data science.
Yes.
Wow. How was the experience?
So in the beginning, it wasn't easy. I had to run whilst my colleagues were walking because they already had the prior experience and prior knowledge. And one thing that I learned was it was more about consistency and not whom was smart. Right? Who is ready to put in the work, who is ready to show up, and So it was more of the consistency. So that's
But beyond your own efforts and industry, how did the space spurred you on? What kind of experience would you say you had doing this? And I'll be coming to you shortly. Right?
So Academic City really had time for me.
Okay.
They have TAs specially assigned to you, like one TA to one student.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Hey.
And so for me, like I said, I came from a non-STEM background. So my mathematics and the rigorous aspect was a bit, I needed more polishing. So the TAs had time for me. Like, even if you don't come to class, they'll call you, Adubia, like, when is our next session? Are you coming? Like, that is the kind of patience they had for me.
These are stories we hear of graduate students who go abroad. These are the stories they tell, not typical of, but Kofi, talk to me. How was your experience? And also, did you also do the same program or you did something else? What attracted you?
Yes, I did same. I did data science and analytics.
Okay.
And I think the experience is largely similar. Coming from a computer science background, it was, of course, difficult, but like Adobia said, I had some background in terms of statistics, mathematics, and the like, so it was a bit okay. And I chose Academic City because I was looking for a premium university to take my data science course, and the opportunity presented itself, and I took it both hands. Thank you very much.
I like that. Simple, short, and sweet. But why Academic City?
I wanted to do a premium university, like I'm saying, because I had already done my first degree in indigenous university. The experience wasn't what I needed at the time. I wanted something that would make me future ready. A premium university, and it was between Academic City and another. But I think Academic City was the one that.
What was the experience like?
Of course, I never had this one-on-one kind of tuition experience before.
One-on-one?
Yeah.
Are you guys serious?
I'm serious. Dead serious.
Wow.
You can have your own, you can schedule a time with the lecturer. And we'll take their time. It's like they want to teach you, not like you want to learn.
They are not punishing you for trying to learn.
They want to make sure that you get to know. I mean, you get value for money. And that is my number one tip.
And all this you did while working?
Yes.
Or you are full-time students?
While working.
It was extremely difficult, especially for me.
Is it an evening program, weekend program? How do you do it, Sharon?
Yes, so it's actually they have online classes, and they also have evening, Thursday and Friday evenings, and they have Saturday full day. So from morning to late afternoon. That's when they come to campus and do their practical work. Like he said, beyond the classroom, they actually have access to their lecturers anytime they want. And that is what makes the difference, because if you are learning and perhaps even you are unable to complete a lesson in class, you can still have opportunity.
Sure, these two have already sold us.
Yes.
We are interested in a postgraduate program at Academic City. How can we engage? What is the process? Talk to us.
Yeah. So before I get to that, we have new programs, and I'm sure you'll be interested in knowing
Tell
them.
us about them.
Beyond the MSc in Data Science and Analytics, and also the MSc in Cybersecurity with the Computational Faculty, we also have the Faculty of Engineering, and they have their MSc Robotics and MPhil Robotics, and also MPhil Material Science and Engineering. And even at the Business Administration and Communication Act, they also have STEM MBA. Wow. Very interesting MBA.
And I'm sure when we go to your website, we'll see the rest.
We'll see them, and MSc in Management.
programs.
So these are the programs that are open for admissions, and
fantastic.
we are just calling anybody to.
I'll give you the last word. Why should anyone consider a postgraduate program at Academic City?
I would say if you want to be future ready, if you want to position yourself in a way that opportunity comes and you are very, very ready for that, Academic City is the best place to go.
Charlie.
Thank you.
Daniel Kofi Anu.
Yeah.
And Dr. Siraj Mohammed, Academic Director, Graduate and Continuing Education, Regina Adobia, Ace and gentlemen and lady. It was fun talking to you. Really appreciate it.
Thank you.
And keep up the good work, Academic City.
Thank you.
So, but Pacho, will you what language you use? Go back to you now, bro.
Pacho make country.
Go back to you. Fro saying, Momo hina mo ha kasachere.
A friend, Mr. Samson Prempe.
Okay.
Odona Gala's chairman. Say now no ahomachino and enya nti say nsuo no astarte eba. Nti me friend one abo say and your mom do me light no. Because say baby na nsuo na yiri ko na aye dangerous. Nti ampa oma letisi for edum kanea no. Nsuo no eja to na ye ba e be hwe na che say cars very 1,000 de nsuo afani nyina cover so. Enkwala ni tim.
Nsuo na maka ni so efi baby na ete wo.
Ka ni nyina sisi ho. Nsuo na ayema.
Nti engine dey condemn.
Engine nyina e condemn. Nti kakra bi na nkwala ne timi yiye because yekuta nkwala be 1,500 omo de adwumom. Nti e ba sa ne binim timi yi bi pie ba dodo no aka e wo fitem. Na ohwe akra ha nyina ye na ye de ne ye kese odona galaja e ye kese. Yekuta nkwala ne masters over 2,000. I dey support to say be on mind Ghana because but
the boys no mu over 1,500.
Yeah, nkwala dodo na da shop.
Wow.
Ibi wakra ye njo musika ye chomo djuma free. Nti na aye din. Ese bi mo fofo edan esro. Ani da so ni bebia. Nti ye fa kwa onya wonsu.
Nti na ya man for da ho.
Yeah, ye man wo ho shop. Ye man because dan nyina ya ye ne dan ya akola betimi ada ho.
Ba insuo na mfo bia.
Insuo na nyame adom. Insuo na mfo bia. Na etesi gutano na we dey abroso
because yeah since you beto yeah what top I need say mo be park cars ni bi wa ha.
Very good.
But I then this Sunday morning yes sir.
Omo yibi na eba no force
bantem
ntina je say wo buko a wontimi nsa me emma inside biem.
Ntomo ntimi yi cars.
Ntomo ntimi yi cars no. Ana stores ni nyina your stores so mo top spare parts. Ni nyina nso na ye ma. Nti enema wo mu nyina obi anema wo nyina say. I just say I ask them to see it.
This one that means so if you compare it would be a lot of money that would have been lost.
Yes.
Wow.
Yes, sika sure it also papa. Yes, buying in pen for say omuncho money no mahwe. If you say adwuma ye also ye de boa o man Ghana man ko na if you say your professionals omo boa adwuma pa de boa na o house atoye.
Enti mo to me bia stores ene.
Yetime bia stores ni nyina ye yi niam ni nyina e bola. Because adie bia nso aka bia asay laptop and a pad bia nso ka asay filter ka ho nyema bia nso ka asay ndi sa nyema ni nyina na wosi enyi nyina nko bora na yen start your brafo fro na why na be boy yes say papa don do many mahama na ne penny for.
This is a very serious situation. We are told over 1,500 young people are trained and working in garages, and he's saying over 1,000 cars may have been destroyed. This is very serious. Sky and the assemblyman. Well, I didn't know the market, the garages were that big. We just drive to Graphic. We didn't know that it was a big market, like 36 plots.
Yeah. Yes, so until the whole Accra and yeah, garage in the air can see.
And a money Kokompe na neso.
Garages was in Kokompe.
You have bigger garages than Kokompe.
Yes.
And they repair all types of cars.
All types of cars.
Wow. And once water enters the engine is condemned.
Yeah.
I say, as a kotofu from man. Ni pano so the car braille. Say yeah man. Nti sometimes do I had to look like a police station. Because what you told man, just will be a or two hours a machine or some wow. Nti I had and I pay say omu to engine be. I say wow pesca, no people see. And I low now Tim Koto engine be Siemens and any panaba. And yes, our bar or no better mansion.
And you are saying this is true. Your shop is here. Do you sell car parts or what do you sell in your shop? You don't sell car parts. But these are some of the people behind you.
Yeah.
So what he's saying is true.
What he's trying to describe is that when they talk about 36 plots,
yeah,
each plot contains about 17 or 14 masters and apprentices within the shop.
Per plot.
So, per plot. And they have all been well. But the issue he's trying to elaborate is the fact that I was telling you the emergence of the flood.
Yeah.
By 5, it was like it wasn't coming. But by 6, when they realized that it was going to be there and they were coming out, when they said there's only one entrance to the Odo garage.
Yes.
So you see that there was a traffic.
They were trying to move some cars.
Yes. Now, by the time they had even gone out, they could not come back again.
They can't go back inside.
No. There's no way they could come back again. So all the cars left out of order. But Richie said something I wanted to talk about whether we have a flood strategy for Korle Kote.
Yeah.
If for June 3rd, 1995, and now, after today, with the assembly member, the MCE, the whoever is concerned who is hearing us, would there be a strategy? And they made 3 very points. The fire service people are never and will never in any way be able to make their way here. Why? Because the firemen on the station that day when it happens will be different people from those who will be there when the other one happens. So they will not have the memory, Israel memory. You understand? And we keep on stressing this and we keep on stressing about if the lights are not off. Right? So I think these are some of the things that we should take into consideration very well as we go on.
So, Mr. Assemblyman, have you quantified the losses? And is it possible that the government can support them? The woman has lost everything, 15 shops, 36 garages, 1,500 people. Do you even have a sense of the value? And how are we going to support these guys?
How can you put this together? You with the market 13 point, I think 30 or something acres. That is the whole market. There are a lot of people there. We are trying to pick it. Yes. So let's wait after maybe a week before we can give you maybe that. For now, can't give you any.
You can't even quantify it. And you are the district NADMO coordinator.
Yes.
So it means that you know all that happened.
I know that. In fact,
you lost 3 lives.
Yes. As I'm talking to you, yesterday I had a call. I had a call that they've seen a body in the main gutter. I went round, I didn't see it. But after our program, I'll go back again and see whether it is true or not. The two are from garage area. You know, there are residents too are around garages.
Yeah.
So in the house, there was 2 men who died there, and 1 person around the market area, the Kumbaland area, behind the commercial bank. That area, 1 person died there. So in all, we are 3
people died.
Yes.
I think the question I have for all of you, we've spoken about what government should do, but what can you also do to help yourself? For example, the boiler issue. Is there some education? Is there some recycling? Because the boiler always makes the water come more. And I think Alaji said it, right? Do you have any recycling plan? What can be done at the local level, clean up or something to help to reduce the problem?
Please, with Oduna.
Yeah.
So as to, I tell you that we are the neatest community in Accra.
You are the neatest community in Accra.
Yes, I'm telling you for a fact.
Okay.
Because of what we've been going through. If somebody from those who migrate to this area to trade, you come to the town to trade, that means you will leave a filth. We clean.
the number of times we clean, every blessed day, we sometimes have to rent cars to come and join the exercises to clean. So we are the neatest community, I'm telling you for a fact. But not for this that has happened. It will not be. We have
okay.
Who take care of every, because we don't have waste is a recyclable material. So in fact, with that
you do a lot of work.
A lot of
okay.
work.
Let me talk to this man in the red hat. I hear you are from the Soldier Bar area. What language you listen to? Go by you training, but many on Monday. No, but you okay. What we go talk Hausa. Kamaru, is that you speak Hausa? I have to translate. So go ahead.
Salamu alaikum.
Alaikum salam.
Adia see you know. Abunda faluna. Yayi kama da the whole Ghana kowa ya san kaman wan ba laifin wani bane Allah ne yayi acin shi. Ba mutum ba. Ina cycling 35 years. Ba taba yi wani hadiri cikin ba ni cikin cycling ga. Yanzu haka cikin cycling
as he talks.
Basically, what he's trying to say is he's been here for 35 years. He's been here for 35 years.
Yeah.
But this particular rain that happened on 29th June, it has never happened before since he.
And wanga abunda ya zo ya kai wurin da mu muke na. Ina da shon sana yin mutane da namun da ya bace wurin na ya fi almost more than 300 or 400. Waɗanda suke da shoppers, ina da shop kai kana zuwa wurin mun nan. Mu wurin mun nan ayi ruwa wurin mun nan the first place in da ya zama komi shops in da kowa ke da ana sai da provisions bidini ba wanda komi.
So at their end, anytime it rains, they are the first people where the water settles and it starts flooding. And most of the guys there are animal farmers. So on Monday, they lost about 400 cattle.
Wow.
And most of the shops there too were just flooded. They lost the soldier bar around Bliss. Yeah, Ecomob. 400. Yeah, cattle.
Which
rams there, they cannot even mention them.
And akanga muna roko gwamnati na aduba garinga Ghana ga ina ne ake kawo bolan mu a asi.
He is trying to plead with the government to know. He wants to know where they dump refuse in this country.
Because Hurumuna ni nada abobo ya kama more than 4. Muna try mu kwase bola mu every Friday mu timu desi. Mun te desi wadasu anko kone su. Domin ka te desi zaka take a damn bure na wuba su yada anko ne su. So muna plead the government na ko side su ko wani wuri ni. Aje a nemi wani dazi. Asan kama wanga wuri nga anka kwase bola nka ka te desi wuri.
Because he's saying that he being the leader of where they reside, he makes sure every Friday he has 4 Abubuya tricycles. He makes sure the boys, he organizes the boys every Friday. They load the refuse. But anytime they go to the dump site, they sack them. So he wants, where should they take the ball out to?
So, kamar ranar da hadiri na ka duba wurin na ne kire ni na zama wanda na zama so na kire mutane more than 300. Mun sa su bisan zinc ko ina ko wana bisan zinc wani bai ya move.
On the day of the downpour, because of his height, he's the only person who can walk through and then you see him. So he was the one picking people from the flood and then putting them on rooftops for safety.
Kuma abun da zan faɗi Ghana gaskiya Allah assemblyman mun ga mu muna gode musu kowane lokaci duka. Muna kuma kara muna gode Zanato. Ka duba the whole Ghana in dai flood ya zo ba wani wurin da flood nan ke soka kamar albarkanga kamar areas mun ga. Kuma suna try muna kokari mu ma muna roko Allah muna basu Allah ya basu karfi.
He's saying that anytime there is a heavy downpour, this enclave at Araka and their side, they are the receiving end. But they are appreciating the assemblyman and their MP, Honorable Zenato, for the good work they keep doing. Anytime something of this sort happens, they quickly show up, regardless of whatever the situation is. They walk in with them. So they are appreciating them so much.
Kuma Ghana kuma da ake batun ruwan nan. In ka tayi kana tambaya wani minista ko wani MP ya ruwan nan yayi bai ya gwada maka. Mu ke cikin ruwan. In wani abu yayi su bari tambayan manyan nan. Kana komi ba. Ku zo wurin da ruwan nan ya happening nan ku tattambi mutane nan su gwada muku. Hanyar gani ruwan yayi kama da iya bi in an yi gota a bi wurin sa gwada. Amma ka tayi kana tambayan wanda ba su wurin nan. Bai baka wani abun.
So he's saying when incident of this sort happen, they should stop questioning the ministers because they are not on grounds. They don't know what the issue is. So they will write their English and then speak English to the Ghanaian public. But they on grounds know the real situation. So anytime they should come to them so that they will explain and then show them what can be done.
But ask him about the Aboboya issue. That so where do they pour the rubbish when they don't allow them to pour it? I don't know.
So yana gwada haka ma in kuka jera sharan in aka kore ku na kuke zuba sharan.
So yanzu ya kanga ya bari yanzu sara yanzu mun kwase sai ka te bayan kasuwa. Ka te bayan kasuwa sannan ka te ka zube. Bayan kasuwa ko wani gari wurin nan sai ka te ta side nan. Ni dai ban taya wurin amma yaran da ke taya wurin. Yes.
So because of how they are being sacked from the Malam dam site, when they take it to, when they get to Kaswa, they use the Bojuasi road. They said there's this village. Yeah, that's where they will take it.
Yes. So we used to have Ariko. The one near the mortuary that was managed by the Zoom Lion. And so I even spoke to my chief executive and he has to call the head of Zoom Lion to reopen the place for us because it has been closed. And the one to at Kaswa, Malam, there's no refuse, there's no dump site at Malam again. No, Obogo is no more. Wereja is no more. So they go all the way to Isawam or Bojuasi Road. And to go and come, a day you go only one track. So we've pleaded to the just one group of companies to open a place for us so that we dump there for now. And so all the Aboboyas were going there and they were doing well because they go to the canals where the big trucks go and send it there. But if the place is closed, that means they have to travel all the way to look at the backlash. A lot of refugees will remain because they can only go once a day, which is not supposed to be so. So now what we are doing, we are piling all there so that at a proper time they can transfer all to the other places.
All right. Can you tell me about recycling? We are just trying to gather.
We were just trying to pride ourselves that we at Dodona are also one of the cleanest communities.
Yeah.
It's because we have what we call the Assorted Waste Alliance.
Assorted Waste
Alliance. And we deal in 7 thematic areas: cardboard, plastics, metals, cokes, and all those things. So we realize that from house to house, we collect all those things. So we have waste reduction within this community.
Okay.
And very soon, by the grace of God, we are working with the assembly. They're going to give us a buyback center at the behind Osu police station, because where we're operating by the riverside, when it's flooding, most of our products are washed away and things. So that's exactly what we are doing. So all the schools are being covered by picking of plastics and they are recycling from schools. And if you call us, even Citi FM, if you call us, we'll come and take a waste. All you need to do is to do proper sorting, segregation.
So we should separate between what and what? Plastic,
card papers, scalophones, and then sometimes when you are also packaging, when you eat your food, a single plastic. Don't add it up to certain things because then it makes the whole recycled materials unusable, right? So this is one of the biggest education we as a Social Waste Alliance have been giving to communities in Kwale Klote. On the 4th of June, you covered our program where we went with all the schools to teach them about end to plastic pollution. We didn't want to find the plastics in the gutters and go, because when you look up a June 3rd report, plastic was earmarked as being one of the largest portion of refuse in the issue. So that's why we took that initiative for. Right. And then you were then asking a question about the costs people have incurred.
Yes, the losses. How much have they lost?
Bernard, if you come to my house alone, there are about 7 rooms. One room alone, a lady has a wig she's been trading with, which she said is a wig. Yes, the attachment they do. It's almost about 8,000.
All condemned.
I'll show you. Like, follow me out. They are there. They have not yet collected it, so you can find them. Then another woman next room sells provisions. All the tinapa, the rice.
Floating. Oh.
Another one sells yam. They just dropped the yam that she was going to do. 100 tubers. You know, they bring them in this aboboya, 100 tubers, all washed away together with all the oil and things. So start calculating that one. That is my house alone.
Just your house?
Yes. Then you go to the next house where they do the rice. The jollof rice people. And all the rice is also gone with the bags and things with all the oil.
So the water carry the things away, mixed with boiler. I even see a public toilet here. It means that there's even a health challenge, right?
Yes, just here. The shops here. They sell rice. Rice.
But the water came here too.
Yes. The man is not around.
Even to the top here.
Yes. There's these shops. Rice and cosmetics and this shop. This lady here, you can see she's cleaning up. It is.
And then you can even see for the daycare center.
Look at the daycare center. The children are now in the house.
So everybody was affected.
Yes.
Wow.
And when you talk about the garages, you go to one shop alone.
Yeah.
And he was trying. If you go to buy spare parts, you know the way it is. Once water enters into any spare parts,
the spare parts is condemned.
Thank you.
Hey.
This house, the gentleman standing there.
Yeah.
Is a designer, tailor. Yes. His things, all is gone.
Everything is gone.
Everything is gone.
So it means it's almost impossible to quantify that.
Yes. I remember you called me on that day when I called OJ.
Yeah.
So that you alert the electricity, because I was calling them, and I had to tell him that the market is on fire. In fact, you were asking me. I asked you to check when it's around sea area, that is Old Fadama, the Lagoon, that place, whether it is flat, dead or not. I don't know whether you were able to throw your drones to that area. Yes. Because we could not cross to check whether that place is flooded. Because we cannot sit at there. That place, in fact, is moving to the sea. And that is a buffer area for the water to settle. And if we allow people to settle there,
it will affect these people.
It will affect us.
So it's not even your fault. It's the fact that the water cannot go.
And these 3 bridges that they talk, I keep talking about it every time. When you go, the beam of the bridge is inside the water. Yes, about 2-3 feet inside. And the train one, the bridge where the train passes. And the other two. If that one is lifted like the way we did the second one, yes, then the water will have a free flow.
They have to raise it.
They have to raise it so that the water will move straight into it. That is the most important thing.
Which bridge are you talking about?
The one that the train used to.
The one that train passes over.
Yes, and then the
graphic roadside.
Yes, you have the train one. Then we have the graphic road one. Then we have the Beyema.
So if they raise it,
it has to go up.
No.
Yes. And then when you see the beam, and it's two. So
it blocks all the refuse.
One is constructed like as a single road for the cars to pass. Then the second one is the railway one for the train. So it's a very big one, and the thickness to always block the water. Always block the water.
Let me take one last person. and then we can summarize the program. So, what's your name and what can you tell us?
Within the Kwache, Odona Garages, Vice Chairman. The Honorable Canada, Sa Bridge, a disciple. By 2. Mr. Mecca will say, time ID got that is not the correct time. I see a share of facts. You may got a more blah, rainy season. Swato. How can? You share honey. And say you got a more dry season time. And you be one, say a casa say, and you go got any. How many feet?
They been on more class to say we're backlines.
I will put a pack so. Tell one casano. It is so to send a quagated. They are serving by a can.
And Jamiano.
Jamiano top.
It's only crying not chance.
They catch a do dry season time. Blabeshe or Donna, Galages, side one in the ano. And Qualano, Yan Qualanket and Getino. A cigar and move ball.
I went to Bobo. Oh, got it. And you underdog, sir.
Oh,
wow.
Make kind of grand natural.
Wow.
So much see. Oh,
Bobo.
Tamana is Sir Jules, maybe Bobo.
In the summer, clear got a dry season.
Not a musie. Dry season and then rainy season. I guess why Gary now num. I make say any in Suno. It will be who Gary no asa. It's all chair no a trainer saga no so was Gary ye. What I say?
Now maybe some question. Until you can say ye pepe from a no more movie. I'm moving to Miyako. And I had a movie fear.
Yeah, bet me a quote.
Garage is no.
Garage is a bit me a
quote. From my Mombeko.
On pay before my bet me a quote. A bit me a quote.
We got Matsabu also over 1,000.
So say Tina, you be chairman, a kind. There's a movie share quantity not pay. Sir, big piece number because yeah, Boagana.
I know they're no cray.
Boys say, sure, you are as I speak now, no. Okwa Gamot, Japan Motors, Omuna J.
Mo boys now, mo train
boys, a train no more. If it's also a percent improve now, yet me see some school. Right now, yeah, Guswa, yes, hall no. Near training boys, ye. Say, be new cast never no. You bet me a bois.
Into work, I say, Omunye got a dredge and no dry season.
Dredge needs ye, never boy, I choke it simply because I am Yano.
And you're not
I read bridge now from the brace out.
And you're not back up.
So, Sabasubi.
It's so good dredge.
It's just a bet or Dipumu and also bois.
But they say, Amuniama say, you know.
Yeah, a bam boy, they say, no, a lot of problem was see. As I speak now, no. All you are yet changing, no, a boy. You casa in Suacomuno, and see a drilling now, you're a bit mass packet, especially diesel cars, no. A bit to me ask, but petrol cars,
engine, I said,
no dear, it condemn. Yes, say, in moi.
So we cut and now we engine oil so and I said
engines no yes no I buy more bet me boy bia even what for share boy oil no ya na eto e de ma omo there's almost omo buy moa and they say ato ye no be you mani atiada and so almost omo back garages e be boy at least what do I blame na change ya car say you total you be change be boy e be timi as
one or two drums be as na e be
boy boy, now at the end of the day, no, in the man I'm going product now.
I'm for Boca off.
Yeah, Boca, yes, sir. Oh, control board 4,000 for one, control board 8,000, and right, go so I to say customers be started bar about Tom Castle. What price in jar, and see anything, or the Abril, when we said the end of the day, no.
Anyway, wow, we are still here at Odona bringing you unbelievable scenes. Homes flooded, shops. In fact, the shop behind, I think it's the first time they've opened since the flooding. And I'm told that wigs, yam, all kinds of things destroyed. It is impossible to quantify the value, but these guys are helping themselves. You can tell that they know each other and they know what to do. The NADBO coordinator understands the issues. They've mentioned some critical matters. Dredging must be done in the dry season. Very, very important indeed. Number 2, the market women need help because they've lost everything and they will require some support there. And for the people who are in the garages as well, because of the engine cost, if they can get some support from the private sector, the oil companies, you can give them drums of oil, at least to subsidize the cost of the repairs. That will be good. For a long-term solution, they have no problem if they are given a new site because for 20, 30 years, every June it gets flooded. If there's a new site that can be found for them, they will not be angry at all and they will leave. I want you to summarize so far what we've learned before Richard Sky closes us. So I've known you for almost 20 years, Assemblyman, NADMO coordinator. What is your final message to the authorities before we leave? We came here today to give you a voice so you can speak to the nation, so the leaders can hear you live from your own mouth. What is your closing comment as we try and wrap up here?
Okay, so my closing comment is I want every Ghanaian to respect our water bodies.
Okay.
If you don't respect your water body, then don't think that you have even clean water to drink. From upstream up to the sea, wherever you are, please respect our water bodies, because of that we live. Yes, that is the most. And works and housing, yes, it belongs to them. The water, the rivers, and our water bodies belongs to them. They should set up. In fact, they should set up committees, whatever they have to do to make sure they hold our water bodies well.
Okay.
They should do it. Then the infrastructures to wherever we are not supposed to be. Please, this time, don't come and call me that I should speak for you. If you know you've been on the wrong area, please don't come and call me, because I'm also here as a responsible citizen to make sure that we do the right thing. Then the last is especially to thank those who came to our aid, especially the police, fire service, military, all of them. Please, if I have not mentioned your name and you were here, we thank you so much. Then we are appealing, like my community and the municipal, we are appealing to the government. This is a twin disaster. And for that matter, we are praying that God should give them strong health so that they come and support us.
Okay.
Corporate Ghana, please come to our aid. Our women are suffering. Our men are suffering.
So if they bring something, they have to come and see NADMO. And
Yes.
you know the people who have been affected.
This time we are not going to come to form a queue.
No.
We'll come to your home.
You know where they are.
Yes, we'll come to your home.
Okay.
Make sure those everywhere from here to the municipal, whoever has been affected, unless we don't have. But when we get it, we'll come to your home. It's not going anywhere. Nobody will form a queue. No. We'll come to you. Make sure you are the one. We give it to you. We take a picture so that we can account for whatever we will get from corporate Ghana.
All right, Richard Sky. So what have we heard today? What are your closing comments?
Bernard, I mean, it's been devastating listening to what the victims of this disaster have had to tell us this morning. Listening to the market women, especially. I mean, the story of the lady who lost 15 shops, particularly compelling. I can relate to that. I know what it is like to have your daughter, your son in hospital, and you are not able to support because of a devastation of the kind that we've heard. That story demands governmental action. So the 300 million Ghana cedis that the government is talking about, we need to find people like that
and support them.
Ensure that we support them, because as she said, she wasn't one who was going to go to anybody to ask for help.
Yeah.
But this is a disaster that has made her a pauper overnight. 15 shops gone. That is real tragedy. And then you heard from the masters. We're told that 20,000 houses affected, 2,000 houses affected, 22,000 people, impacted by the disaster. And then the garage owners, they are telling us 1,000 vehicles affected.
1,500 young trainees.
Yes, and from 2,000 masters affected. Now you talk about 1,000 vehicles. You heard from the master, the vice chairman, who spoke about the diesel vehicles. Those they can salvage. But the petrol ones are completely gone. You can't do anything about them. So, and it is their cost. Now, the question is whether these vehicles are insured. If they are not insured, someone would have to take up the bill. They are the people in whose possession the vehicles got spoiled. And so they have to bear the brunt for it. So there has got to be some support for people like that. One thing I like about the submission was that they are ready, prepared to relocate.
Yes.
So that should give a cue to the government, the people in charge, that look, should we think about looking for a space? where we can safely relocate there. And he's also talking about setting up a school.
Yes.
Where they are in a position to train people, because some of the people they have trained are being taken in by all these big vehicle servicing shops. So I think there's some opening there.
Yeah.
If we want to impact their lives in a truly meaningful way and change the course of our trajectory or maybe our development as a people, and to respond to new changes on the international market when it comes to vehicles, perhaps the proposal he has made, we need to look in that direction. And then the assemblyman spoke about something.
Yeah.
It would seem that we are doing a lot of engineering of our spaces without involving the local people.
Yes.
3 bridges have been talking about, which bridges appear to be impacting the level of disaster we see anytime it rains here. I think the folks who are working in the space have got to revisit that particular matter so that the bridges that are creating the problem, they relocate them. They also spoke about garbage collection.
Yeah.
The gentleman said that they have 3 aboboyas which they use.
4 aboboyas. You can't dump. They have
exactly.
To
So it means that the local authorities working with the regional coordinating council and all the people in charge of garbage collection and all of that, we need to do some serious engineering in that particular space, because you can't expect people to collect garbage and then we don't know where to dump them. What happens then is people start dumping the garbage into the water body. So, and one thing that I learned here has got to do with what they are doing about goods that have been impacted by the flood. We talk about KVIPs impacted. Now, if there are vegetables that have been contaminated by water that came in from the flood, what it means is if those things are in the market, people will buy and eat them. And people are inherently bad in some cases. So they repackage these things and sell them. It is heartwarming that the assemblyman and his people are saying that they are working around the clock to ensure that people don't repackage these things and sell.
Yes.
So I think other communities would have to pick some examples from there.
Wow.
And the people who lost their cattle, 200 cattle.
It's up for the rams, too many.
Exactly. Again, there's a question of whether proper siting of their market is something we have to look at. Possibly relocate them and see how we can deal with their peculiar challenges. Insurance is a big deal here because I don't seem to hear from any of them
about whether they insure their things.
Exactly.
No insurance.
No insurance. I've not heard anything like that. So the insurance people, what are they doing? All these people they send out to go and do marketing and all of that, are they looking at these spaces? Because these informal spaces may bring in so much money.
Yeah.
Now, before I wrap up, I also heard about officialdom.
Yes.
I think that Zanetto Rawlings has been celebrated here.
Yeah.
And we all saw pictures of what she
does. Yeah.
Exactly. And then also the assemblyman himself. And it is not only they themselves who are talking. The people who have seen their work are commending them.
Yes.
And it is important that people who are representing others have got to take lessons from things like this.
Yeah.
So that when you are representing people, when they find themselves in trouble, even where you don't have anything to give them,
you show up.
To show sympathy, going to mourn with them where they are losing people, where to sympathize with them. Those things matter.
Okay.
And the people seem to be celebrating that. At the end of the day, people's lives have been altered. We have got to come in as a people to help them.
Wonderful. I'd like to say a big thank you to Mr. Kina, who is the district NADBO coordinator, and all of you who came to support us. I forget your name. The Emmanuel Morgan, who's been living here his whole life. We've also been talking to Mr. Latte, who's part of the Waste Alliance, the head of the garages, chairman and his vice chairman, Alaji, is this right? Alaji Gado Mustafa, who and his team have been helping people in the market. And all those of you at the back, I couldn't commend you. Thank you very much. We will come back. We are here, so we are part of you. We were here in 2015. We are still here. And for those who want to donate, you have to come and see the district NADBO team. He has all the records, particularly for the market and for the garages, so that if you want to support them, you can come directly to Mr. Kina. Mr. Kina, where's your office?
At the Dubai.
Circle Dubai. So just at the main NADBO office at Circle Dubai. He's been my assemblyman for many years and he's done a fantastic job. So I'd like to say a big thank you to all of you who came to support us. Richard Mensah, OJ, who is the main operations guy. Mr. JB Alote and Samens, who had to go for another program as well. There's a man at the back who wanted to talk. He didn't talk. You want to say anything? hello to the people. Say bye-bye to them on the team.
It's one of the lifeguard.
It's all the lifeguards
Yes.
who save people, and Alaji as well. Thank you all. So from us here at Adabraka, Odona, not far from the Sahara Market. But please, we have to collect this baller today.
Yeah, we are. It's ongoing.
The baller has to go today.
It will go.
All right. My name is Bernard Avile. I work at Citi FM with Richard Sky and the team. We will come back to see if anything has changed. We will not wait for another disaster before we come back. And when our reporters come, please talk to them. Don't sack them, because we are here to tell your story. So thank you very much for being part. Fred Jabano, my producer. Kamaru, my official translator. Geskia. Now Bukashi. Kamaru is a big man. He did the translation. We have to promote him, give him more salary. He's a powerful man indeed. So thank you very much for watching today's edition. Caleb, if you are in the studio, please take it up with Kakra and the rest of the team. We are signing out here from Odona Adabraka from the Citi Breakfast Show. Thank you very much.
City 97.3. Accra. City 97.3. More variety.